I do.
I am so glad they held on to him. I mean, that's a guy who knows how to win, knows how to catch. You need somebody like him. You don't trade people like him, and you don't usually trade people like Sauce either. But he also has a four-year, $130 million deal that he signed. At the same time, Sauce signed his four-year deal. And I'm wondering if the same language that was in there to allow it to be tradable for the Sauce contract is in there for Garrett. We don't have to know because he's still a Jet.
Yep.
Also, did you notice that he went a little higher register at the beginning of that when he was asked about whether he was all aboard the plan? I think do we have a drop?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, bro.
Yeah, he went higher register and then caught himself.
We're good.
Yeah.
We have a new drop, I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, bro.
He went higher register and that thing caught himself. I believe in the plan. No, I believe in the plan.
No, we got it.
He's just sort of like, I think he went from, I am a young Turk, as great as I am on this team that's in a lot of flux. But although, wait a minute, I do have that 4-year, $130 million contract that they gave me, and they did deem me out of everybody untouchable. That's how you go from higher register to lower register.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, bro.
Maybe you got a bank alert in the middle of that, and it was like, your direct deposit has gone through.
Is that the also the verbalization, the verbal version of the famed Alonzo gif where he's shaking his head and nodding his head? Like, could we put that on top of the gif and see if it matches?
Probably would.
What do you think?
It's pretty funny.
You got it? Let's see if I'll try it. Does he shake his? Does he not? He shakes his head first and then nods his head, right?
He's angry.
All right, let me hold on a second. Let me try it. You play it. Ready?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, bro.
It
works.
Yep.
Has Alonzo ever said what he was thinking during that moment?
What made him say, I don't understand, but I understand it. I don't get it, but I understand it. That's it.
That's perfect.
That's the verbal version of it. Yeah.
It's like I know you lying. But continue.
But I mean, I respect it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep it up.
But the drop of the week, the new is I know what the drop of the week is. And I think you do too, even though you're fresh. Go ahead and hit it. What do you think it is?
What's up, Trevor?
That's it.
I think the best part of that visually is because he's berating this guy over here, and then he does a quick turn, and he's like, "What's up, Trevor?"
He transitioned himself off his own rant.
It's amazing.
Unreal. So much to talk about over the weekend. Who knows what's going to happen next week? We'll see you Monday.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown! Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hey Pirate fans, come celebrate ECU homecoming weekend with the final Free Boot Friday of the year. 2 huge bands, 1 big show. It's all happening at 5 Points Plaza in downtown Greenville. Friday, November 7th at 5 p.m. as we welcome in national recording artist The Bins alongside an alumni favorite, Dylan Fentz. Come celebrate with us with a free, unforgettable night of music, energy, and pirate spirit in the heart of downtown Greenville. It's homecoming weekend with the Benz and Dylan Fence.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, it's time to paint it purple on November 8th as your East Carolina Pirates take on in-state rival Charlotte for homecoming. It's a special weekend at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium as 3 Pirate greats are inducted into the ECU Athletics Hall of Fame. Receivers Dwayne Harris and Justin Hardy join the captain, quarterback Shane Carden, in this year's class. Get your tickets today for as little as $46. Go to ECUPirates.com or call 1-800-DIAL-ECU. It's the Pirates and the 49ers for homecoming, Saturday, November 8th.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. This month, Doug Henry is giving away $50 gift cards with every vehicle purchased until November 27th. Stop into Doug Henry today and they will help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry is easy to find right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com.
Big game season is here, but we're not just talking about Pirate football. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast cannons in the stands and the fields. You know what I mean. Stay tuned in weekly as we shoot through fall with the best prices and selection around. Plus, special package deals like the exclusive Bagara B14 Hunter FSP Wilderness Scope combo, including a Leopold VX Freedom 4 to 12 by 50 Hunt Plex, all for only $11.99. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Bagel Man is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until 8 p.m. If you're a person on the go, place your order ahead of time online at ncbagelman.com. Start your day with a breakfast sandwich or dine in for lunch with a tuna melt, pastrami sandwich, panini, or specialty wrap. And everyone loves Bagel Man's fresh-made desserts and pastries. Bagel Man is where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Bagel Man, 1904 Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was super easy to work with when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit University Sportswear, ENC.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Afternoon, everybody.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
And we got left side. Strong side.
I just like football, man.
Man, that was just lackadaisical, man.
It was what now?
Lackadaisical.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we got a new segment on the show now, thanks to Coach Hud.
Tarp stop. Oh, boy.
Son, if I ordered a truck full of dumbasses, it's not like I was you, I would have gotten my damn money's worth.
That was awesome. You guys are awesome. ECU offense looks awesome. Everything is awesome.
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome. And I love you guys.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Make sure you like and subscribe. We got some likes rolling in quickly on a Friday. I like to see that. And some Chili Water Chat Gangers as well. We will conversate with you on this Friday. We'll talk ECU Charlotte. We'll talk ECU Richmond. We'll make some NFL picks. We will talk a little baseball. A lot going on this Friday. And we'll cover it all for you here in the next 3 hours. Shirley Rhodes is here. We got the artiste, Nick, a.k.a. Flynn, joining us today on the video. And we've got Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone. Hey, Jared.
How we doing?
We're good. We saw Zach in the Wild last night. Zach Kaplan, that is.
When was that?
Hey, Zach.
Did you leave before you got there?
I think I did.
Oh, man. I saw him at Tiebreakers last night. Great night, fun night, as we had a Justin Hardy meet and greet, and a lot of fans showed up, and it was fun, man. Justin was more outgoing than I anticipated.
Yeah, had a good conversation with him about the Raiders.
I mean, he's a nice guy. He's just never been a big talker. But, man, he was great with the fans, great with us, so I really appreciated him and everybody for coming out to Tiebreakers last night. And a surprise appearance from Touchdown Tony Collins put a smile on my face. He might be dropping by. I don't know if he's going to drop by today or not, but we'll talk to him either today or tomorrow.
Still the ever so professional wing connoisseur, because I had to inspect his wings because he likes to eat everything to where there's nothing but the bone left. And he critiqued my wing eating style and was very disappointed.
He has the cleanest bones in town when it comes to eating wings.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's very impressive. But yeah, cool to see him, the Pirate Radio crew, as we hung out on a Thursday night. And now it's on to Friday and Saturday, homecoming and Hall of Fame weekend for East Carolina football and athletics, and going to be fun with Charlotte coming into town on Saturday. Our pregame coverage begins 11 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to a 3 o'clock kickoff.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it.
Everything I just said, tag on absolutely to that.
Absolutely. Nothing but facts.
All facts today, man. This is a fact-heavy show. Mm-hmm. Fact Friday is what I'm calling it.
Yeah, matter the fact. Gonna be a good time.
Chili Water Chat Gang Jerry says hello. Hey, Jerry.
Hello. Help the bell.
He says we are the Chili Water Chat Gang, and said nice to see the flying ECU logo for the first time since 1997. Let's ask a youngster. Well, I forget that you're young, so I could ask you and Nick. How do you feel about the helmets we're wearing this weekend?
Love them. 1991 Peach Bowl, man. Gotta love the throwback, the nostalgia.
Yeah. Nick, how you feel?
They look really good. Pretty excited about that.
While we're on the topic, which this is not the topic, but kind of the topic, how do you feel about the Hurricanes wearing Whalers stuff?
I know a lot of people are mad at it because they think the Hurricanes stole their franchise, but I think it's good to honor the heritage of where the team came from. So I'm perfectly fine with it, but I understand why people are mad at it.
I think it's stolen valor. I don't think it's honoring. I think it's exploiting and making money off of cool uniforms.
It's fair enough.
But anyway.
So you're saying no need to hate, it's just their heritage.
I mean, it's where they were originally. I know they were a separate team before, but...
It's like the Redskins honoring Redskins and the Cleveland Indians honoring Indians with the mascot there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't take it that far.
It's heritage, not hate.
There you go. All right. Todd says, what's up? Todd. Jamie says, hey now. Happy National Jersey Day. Now, is that New Jersey or wearing a jersey?
Wearing a jersey in New Jersey.
If you had to wear a jersey from a New Jersey team, what jersey would you wear?
The Devils. Got a sport team.
National Jersey Friday, the first Friday in November, founded in 2016 by the NFL Players Association. Did not know that. We should have wore our jerseys today.
Yeah, I was unaware that it was National Jersey Day, but now I feel like I'm missing out.
I think my jerseys are retired for the season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm about jerseyed out. So
You won't catch me in Raider gear till I get new stuff for Christmas.
I know. I feel that way too, but like Shirley got me that sweet hoodie. I'd feel bad if I didn't wear it till next year. So I'll probably pull that out one time this year.
Yeah, I mean, I was completely out on the team anyways, but last night, divisional dog, feel like that's a winnable game, and it was a winnable game. From what the stuff that was taken back and missed, the Raiders definitely should have won that game. But I'm definitely out now. I can't take this anymore. It's slowly killing me.
Commanders are going to lose by 24 this weekend, so I will be even further out than I already am. No surgery, apparently, for Jaden Daniels, though. So that's good. Yeah, he's just decided to walk around with an arm dangling off his body. Like he's supposed to have surgery. He just said no.
Yeah, he's tough.
No, I'm just
do like Ronnie Lott, just cut it off.
He did. All right, Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. Look at this. So weird describing female basketball players.
Yeah.
Like when you're... But you know what? No, it's equality. That's a big girl out there for Liberty shooting threes and handling the ball. I'll go ahead and say it.
Yeah. You're not saying she's,
I'm saying she's kind of chubby, yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right.
Because it's equal opportunity. But I love that as a fat guy myself. She's, by the way, I should just say the score. It is 37-35 Liberty over ECU. They just started the second half on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck.
I'm going to go ahead and say ECU wins this handily because I'm seeing a lot of untucked jerseys on that Liberty team.
Handily could mean by one if they win in a skillful manner.
Yeah.
If you know the definition of handily. I've got the Pirates plus 5.5 live.
I mean, you got to tuck that.
Anybody want to jump in? Come on, Nick, jump in. Shirley, place a bet with me.
Place a bet with you?
Yeah, give me your phone. I'm going to put a bet in for you.
I don't even know if I still have the apps. I think I deleted them off my phone.
You could do the referral thing. You both get like $200 in bonus.
They
bets.
say that. That crap don't work.
All right.
I mean, if you want to put, what do you want to do?
$1,000 on ECU Live.
No,
I want somebody to bet on
it's a
this
guarantee.
game. I want somebody to bet on this game.
I'll bet on the game. Just you have to do it because I don't know how to do it.
$1,000.
No, not that much.
All right, see if you can log into an account, and we'll go from there. We'll start there.
I don't even know if I still have them.
Okay, well, Shirley. Okay, step one, unlock your phone.
I have it right here.
See if you have an app.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I've got it because I don't like a lot of apps on my phone, so I deleted a bunch of them.
Let me see if let me set up the show real quick. Coming up, we got Brian North joining us in a moment. We got Bob Black.
Yes, sir.
Play-by-play announcer for the Richmond Spiders. Dan Spider. We've got Ellerby, a couple of chats coming up today with Brandon Golden with a big announcement. He's got some cool stuff coming up. And also Ann Holland, wife of the late great Terry Holland, who will be inducted into the ECU Athletics Hall of Fame. And Morgan Ehlers will also join us on the program. Tony Dunn, hour 2. Chan Man said he'd be coming in hour 2 to make some football picks.
I do not have any of the apps that we downloaded a long time ago.
All right. Well, don't worry about it. Lane says it's almost game day. And Lane, you say I pick on you and how you type. I'm not going to do that and mention you spelled almost ALL space MOST. Purple. What's up, Clip? Almost, and then he spelled it correctly that time. A win for the Raiders last night. Almost back-to-back wins.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Y'all are almost on a winning streak.
Yeah, fire everybody.
I like how that was my kind of camping Geno Smith was doing last night, just in and out of the tent. Didn't really want to, because I'm not a big camping guy.
You said a few weeks ago you couldn't wait for me, because I've been saying might as well just put Kenny Pickett in now, and you couldn't wait for me to see his double gloves. It's dumb. But hey, 11-day break. Aiden O'Connell is coming back. Aiden O'Connell's coming back. He's going to do what he's always done and save the season, which by that I mean win one game, give me hope, and then lose the rest.
Jamie says Liberty not respecting National Jersey Day with untucked jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Kaz says good afternoon.
What's up, Kaz?
Hey, Kaz. John Moody says, I think we are in for a 4-quarter game tomorrow. This game is a prove-it game to me.
Yeah.
Are we going to beat a team that beats the brakes off lesser team? Are we going to beat a team that beats the brakes off lesser teams or plays down to their competition? Nah. No, we just had a prove-it game. We can't have a prove-it game every week. You can have your prove-it game, John. I'm not co-signing on that. This is not a prove-it game to me.
Kind of a hot take, a 4-quarter football game. I don't know, man.
I disagree with that too, but I definitely disagree with a prove-it game. I don't care at this point if ECU wins by 7.
Yeah.
If ECU wins by 7 or by 70, it will not change my opinion on ECU Memphis the following week. Anybody want to agree or disagree with that?
I mean, obviously you'll feel a little disappointed in only a 7-point win.
Big girl is lighting it up.
Yeah.
She's taking the power in those thighs and just raining threes on our face.
Say it on your face.
I mean, it looks like me out there. She clip just bombing away. All right, she's probably in a little better shape than me.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But still impressive to see. All right, Mark says, I'm riding with you, Clipper. Rough Rider, shout out DMX. Oh, with ECU? Appreciate you, Mark.
$1,000.
John says, I'm tailing you, Clip, on women's basketball. Now I'm responsible for all these people losing money, and it doesn't make me feel good.
What did you get at, 5.5?
5.5. What's the deficit at? Like 6? No.
7.
7? Oh, boy. All right. Second half, fourth quarter team. It's clamp down season, folks. We're clamping down early in November this year. Joel says we here. What up, Joel?
We got some men's basketball going on right now.
Please update us.
Losing to, is that Southern Illinois?
Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville.
Gotcha.
And when I saw you, it's dumb to say because I didn't do it, but when I saw UTSA was like a 6.5, 7.5 point favorite, I was like, I'm taking the other side, but I chickened out. I am 1-0. Had Columbia earlier today. Shout out Ivy League. So trying to get to 2-0 with the ECU women here. We'll be following that along here on this Friday. Tell you what, you're going to go and get a break in. We'll see if we can get up with Bob Black.
Sounds good.
And talk some ECU Richmond basketball on this Friday. Busy show.
Jam-packed, loaded show.
Oh, wow. Did not see this. Gators, Oliver Riou, R-I-O-U-X.
Rowe. I don't know.
Rio.
Me? Really?
Rowe?
Wow.
Is the tallest player in college basketball history, 7'9".
And I bet you he shoots threes.
Get in the paint. All right, we will take a break, come back. What a large man he is.
Lanky fella.
Not as big as that girl from Liberty, but still a big guy. All right, back with you after this.
The Black Friday sales event is underway at Factory Mattress Outlet. Need a better night's sleep for the holidays? Take advantage of big savings on the largest selection of name brand mattresses in the area. Save up to $900 on America's finest quality mattress brand. Stearns & Foster, handcrafted quality that's second to none. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. Shop local and save on Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Factory Mattress Outlet, Greenville Boulevard, Greenville, and on the web at factorymattressusa.com.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
The holidays are right around the corner, and there's no better gift than the gift of confidence. At Beauty Bar Medi Spa, we'll help you glow all season long. From Botox, dermal fillers, to facials and advanced laser treatments, our expert team delivers results that make you feel radiant, refreshed, and holiday party ready. And the best part, your journey begins with a free consultation, personalized just for you. Don't wait, the holidays are coming fast. Call Beauty Bar Medi Spa today or book online. Beauty Bar Medi Spa, because glowing skin is always in season. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. A win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Proudly distributed locally by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon's delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue Electric, Plumbing, and Air.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
It's the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're clearing out all remaining 2025 models, and that means dealer discounts up to $10,000. Whether you're dreaming of a new Jeep Grand Cherokee or ready to unwrap a brand new Ram, Dodge, or Chrysler, now's the time to drive home the savings. But hurry, once these 2025s are gone, they're gone for good. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Let's wrap up the year right. Drive a little to save a lot.
Wings Over Greenville is getting in the fall mood with their new pumpkin spice flavor. Pumpkin spice on chicken? Believe it! Their new pumpkin spice wings and tenders mix sweet, warm fall flavors with crispy, savory chicken. First time app user? Get free boneless wings just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
This is Lane Hoover, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find. It's on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live as we talk football and some hoops on this Friday because Saturday sets up for a great sports day. We got ECU and Charlotte at 3, and while the fourth quarter's winding down, we'll flip hoops on and watch that during the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, an old CAA matchup from yesteryear, Richmond and East Carolina. And right now, joining us on the Turner Home Team live line is the play-by-play voice of the Richmond Spiders. Turner Home Team is the team you need if you are looking to sell your house fast without making repairs. A local home buying company, they buy houses as is. Justin and his team can provide you with a fast cash offer for your house today. Give them a call, 525-4780. Bob Black joins us on the Turner Home Team live line. Bob, how you doing?
Great to be with you. Love hearing that good old days CAA rivalry again. Those were some good times and some good games between the the Spiders and the Pirates.
Yes, sir. I love these matchups. I love seeing Richmond and UNCW and even UNC Greensboro, App State. Love the regional matchups, but especially the old CAA matchups. And let's talk Spiders basketball. And Bob, Mike Schwartz, head basketball coach of ECU, he does something every post game. He gives respect to the opposing coach, and I was thinking about that because I have a ton of respect for Chris Mooney and the job he's done there at Richmond. And Bob, is it a sign of the times that Richmond goes from postseason 2 years ago to a down year last year? Is that just a sign of the portal? Did they lose a lot a couple years ago? How do you explain kind of the up and down that Richmond has seen these last couple of seasons?
Yeah, I think the easy answer to that is yes. It is a direct result of the transfer portal and the significant amount of movement amongst players in conferences and rosters all across the country. And the Spiders are actually in a pattern of good year, bad year, good year, bad year, which means this should be a good year for the Spiders coming up. So I think we're trying to hold true to that pattern this year. But yes, I think definitely it has probably more to do with the transfer portal than anything else. And 2 years ago, the Spiders hit it big in the transfer portal. Great chemistry, great players on and off the court. And last year, they just didn't mesh together. And the result was a 10-22 season. So I think they feel much better about the transfers they brought in this year and the returning players, and are hoping that trend continues and this becomes a winning season for the Spiders.
Yeah, Bob, what was it, Wednesday night, Richmond dominates Southern Virginia. What stood out to you in that game? What did Richmond really do well?
Well, I'll be honest with you, that's a tough one to gauge. That's a Division III opponent. I think a lot of us are in the majority that we wish Division I teams wouldn't do that. I think the Spiders actually got more out of their exhibition game, which was against James Madison, than they got probably out of Wednesday night, other than they were able to get out there, play everybody in that game. They literally played everybody who was eligible, 14 guys, 12 of them scored, 11 of them played a dozen minutes or more. So that would be my answer to that question, was that they were able to work up a sweat. They got everybody into the game. They did look more athletic than they've looked, and a little bit quicker than they've looked. So I think those were probably the positives out of that game Wednesday. But I kind of hearken back more to their exhibition game against the Division I team in James Madison to kind of set the stage for what we are likely to see Saturday night against the huge East Carolina Pirates.
Definitely a big team Mike Schwartz has this year, Bob, but they like to get up and down. At least they did game one against Georgia Southern. We were kind of surprised. I know Mike Schwartz said they wanted to play faster this year, and he wasn't lying. It was frantic. It was wild at times, but Pirates scoring in the 90s. How about Richmond? What kind of style of play and game would they like to play if they had their way?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could almost give you a carbon copy of what you just said, and right down to the surprising part of that, because I think Richmond would like to run more this year, would like to be quicker. I think they feel like they have some really good quickness, really 1 through 5 out there on the court. I think you'll see them press a little bit more than Chris Mooney teams have done in the past, and I think it's all a result of the depth that they feel that they have. They legitimately played 11 guys on Wednesday night, even against the Division III team. I think you're going to see an 11-man rotation Saturday night. I don't know that it's going to end up that way, fellas, when we get into January and February, but I think right now the coaching staff feels really good about an 11-player rotation. There's plenty of competition and plenty of depth, so they can up-tempo some things, and they can press a little bit more, and they can get guys in and out of the game. So it's fascinating to watch, because it's not a style that Chris Mooney has really, played over the first 20 years of his coaching career here at Richmond.
You mentioned the size of the Pirates earlier. Gio Emajuru, Reed Kaysen had great games the other night. Jordan Riley, not as tall, obviously, but just as physical. How do you think Richmond stacks up against the Pirates and their physicality?
Well, a couple things that are interesting about that. One of them, these teams actually scrimmaged last year, closed scrimmage here at Richmond. Now, obviously, the rosters have changed significantly for both teams, but the head coaches are the same, and some of the philosophies are the same, and some of the players are the same as well. And actually, there are two guys on the East Carolina team that Richmond played against last year. And Majuru was at George Mason, and Mbang was at William and Mary, so they're familiar with the two of them. And I think the Spiders have some size, and it's not all up and down size. Some of it is girth. Some of it is just being big-bodied guys. Jaden Daughtry is our transfer from Indiana State, who's 6'7", 230, and a very gritty kind of inside player. And one of the youngsters who redshirted last year, Jalen Robinson, is 6'6" and about 230 pounds, and he gives the Spiders some bulk as well. And they've gotten very good play out of the two legitimate big guys at center. Mike Walls, who is an absolute rarity in college basketball. This is his fourth college basketball season. And believe it or not, guys, they've all been at one school. Yes, believe it or not, we do have a player who's been at his school and only his school, and that's Mike Walls for Richmond. He's the senior captain who will start at center, and then 6'10" senior Jonathan Beagle will come off the bench for him, and he's played very well here at the outset of the season. So I do think they feel pretty good about their size.
Bob Black joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line, getting ready for ECU and Richmond. Bob, I love the A10. I've told Mike Schwartz in interviews, and he's even kind of co-signed on it. I'd like to see some kind of A10 American challenge, like and play. And we will be playing a few teams from the league this year, but such an eclectic mix of teams. You got the old CAA flavor a little bit with George Mason and VCU and Richmond, but then throw in your, I don't know, the high mid majors. I don't know how you categorize teams these days, but with Dayton and Loyola Chicago, I got a soft spot for the Bonnies, St. Bonaventure, who ECU will play later this year. But really is a fun league. Is there a team at the top? Is there a front runner this year, Bob, or do you think it's pretty open in the A10?
Well, first of all, we're on the same page there. I would love to see some sort of conference challenge.
Yeah.
Between the American and the Atlantic 10. We've talked about the same thing with the Missouri Valley and even with the Mountain West. And, you know, in this day and age, it's really hard to schedule quality opponents, particularly Power 4 opponents. They are becoming more and more few and far between. So to have that type of scheduling mix would be great. I mean, it would help everybody's net. It would help attendances, I would think, in arenas, and it would just get you better for March. So I'm with you. I hope those challenges are coming in the future for sure. As far as the A10 is concerned, I would say VCU and Dayton are probably the favorites, and I think one of the sleepers this year could be George Washington. Kind of been waiting for them to kind of get over that hump and burst on the scene a little bit. Each year they seem to inch up a little bit more, but haven't been able to quite get there. So if I had to pick a sleeper maybe in the A10, I think it might be George Washington. But I would say that Dayton and George Mason and VCU are probably at the top of the conference.
Both teams didn't really shoot the ball well from three-point range in their first game. East Carolina shooting 20. Same thing for Richmond. Do you think, is that just what Richmond has right now, not a lot of shooters, or do you think that's kind of just an anomaly, they'll get better as the weeks go by?
Huge concern right now for the Spiders, and I'll give you a little inside basketball here. I actually had an opportunity to catch up with Michael Schwartz today, and we got to talking about the scrimmage last year, and the one thing he said that impressed him the most was the Spiders shot the ball lights out. They shot the ball great, and that's exactly what happened in both scrimmages for the Spiders last year. They scrimmaged Old Dominion, and they scrimmaged East Carolina, and both of them, they shot the ball great. And then they were, quite honestly, a terrible shooting team all year long. Shot only 42% from the floor, barely over 30% from three-point range, only scored about 67 points a game. So I think from the coaches on down, they were surprised that the Spiders were not a better shooting team last year. So they're kind of withholding judgment on it so far this season. And Wednesday night, I would say that would have been the one concern about Wednesday night, was that the Spiders, for the game, only shot 43% and did not shoot well from three. I think they feel like they've got better shooters, but I don't think they want to talk about it right now because they thought last year they had really good shooters coming out of the scrimmages and it didn't materialize. So that is certainly an area to focus on and an area for concern. As elementary and as basic as it is, shoot the ball well to win games. The Spiders definitely have to do that and do better than they did last year.
Bob Black joining us. Bob, okay, you got two high-scoring teams that can't shoot getting together on Saturday. There's one way to put it. Looking at the record books, UB stat sheet, Johnny Newman, all-time leading scorer at Richmond, the former Charlotte Hornet. Grant Golden, number 2. Kevin Anderson, number 3. Number 4 on the list will be in the building on Saturday. Current ECU assistant Michael Perry. Bob, I don't know how far you go back with the Spiders, but do you know Coach Perry from? I heard he was a heck of a player. I didn't get the chance to see him, but do you know about Coach Perry at all?
Oh yeah, I know him very well, and I've been doing these games long enough. Not as far back as when he was playing at Richmond. Let me go on the record as saying that, but when he was an assistant coach here for quite a while. I was here during those years. He and I were just texting this morning, as a matter of fact, and we'll get an opportunity to see him at East Carolina's shoot-around tomorrow morning, and then we are going to honor him here at the game tomorrow night. I don't know if he knows that or not.
Oh, wow.
So keep that to yourselves there. But when the starting lineups are introduced, we are going to welcome. I mean, he's a Richmond Hall of Famer. As you said, one of 5 players with 2,000 or more points at Richmond. He was actually the first to ever score 2,000 at Richmond. And let's remember, he did it without the three-point line as well. So who knows how many more points he would have had with the three-point line. Same holds true for Johnny Newman, who you mentioned as well, who's a 2,000-point scorer, and he didn't have the benefit of the three-point line either. So I've known Michael for a long, long time, and really excited to have him back. Of course, I know he was in our business for a while there as a CEO analyst at East Carolina, and now back on the bench and the general manager. And he's a favorite son here at Richmond, so he will be welcomed back warmly here in the Robins Center tomorrow night.
That's awesome. He is a great man, and the late great Jeff Charles used to always make sure to point out how great of a player he was in his time. So there you go, Michael Perry back in Richmond as the Pirates take on the Spiders. Bob, really enjoyed the chat. Thank you so much for joining us today, and have a great call tomorrow, and we'll talk to you again down the road.
Great catching up with you fellas, and like I said, very excited to renew this rivalry between the Spiders and the Pirates. Thanks for calling and having me on.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. That was fun talking some basketball with Bob Black. During that entire conversation, and ever since I placed a bet on ECU women's basketball, they have not scored a single point. God.
Oh, boy.
I think if you place a bet on a team and they don't score a point for the rest of the game, you should get your money back.
Yeah.
It was a 3 or 4 point game when I placed this bet. Now the Pirates are down by 19. Now the Pirates are down by 20.
Hey, man, it's tough.
This ain't tough.
Hey, Liberty's
they suck.
Dude, Liberty's going to be a big team to watch in the Conference USA come to
especially number 4.
Yeah.
All right. Can the Pirates score a point? Yes! And win! Are we about to see a fourth quarter comeback for the ages? No. But we'll be back with you after this timeout.
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
Greenville Utilities customers should be proud to know their electric, natural gas, water, and wastewater utilities are owned by the community. That means decisions are made locally, not in some other city or state. It means the utilities are run in the best interest of the community, not to make profits for out-of-state shareholders. It means reliability is high while rates remain low. Greenville Utilities, safely providing reliable utility solutions for the Greenville region since 1905.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Caroline Cook, and if you need an experienced realtor from Eastern North Carolina that was born a pirate, then give me a call. I'm committed to helping you find your dream home, selling your property for the best possible price, and providing top-notch real estate services. I pride myself on local knowledge, professionalism, and commitment to exceeding your expectations. Explore my website, CarolineCookHomes.com, to learn more about the services I provide and the properties I have to offer. Start your real estate journey today by calling 341-1992. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's 88th anniversary sale, and we're going to wow you with amazing savings store-wide. Right now, get a discount equal to double the sales tax on beautiful furniture for your entire home. And now's the time to invest in your rest. Buy a Beauty Rest Black or a Helix mattress and enjoy healthful benefits and endless comfort with a free motion base upgrade. Plus, up to 60 months special financing during Bostic Sugg Furniture's 88th anniversary sale going on now.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Hi, I'm Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, awesome chat with Bob Black. Still a lot of interviews to go on today's program, including Tony Dunn, Ann Holland, Morgan Ehlers, Brian North. But right now, Jonathan Ellerby talked to Brandon Golden. Now, why would he do that? A big announcement and some great information. Check out this chat between BG and Ellerby.
All right, welcome back into the program. Excited today to introduce our audience to one of our new teammates here at Pirate Radio. Excited about a partnership we have formed together, and it's Brandon Golden. Many Pirate fans may recognize the name or recognize the face if you're watching us right now, but Brandon, excited about what we've been working on for a few months here, and finally getting ready to bring this project of the Brandon Golden Show to Pirate Radio to life, and looking forward to all the great things you have planned.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a really humbling, experience and opportunity to be able to be here to work with you and then the whole staff and kind of get this thing rolling.
Yeah, and as I said, we've had so many great partnerships over the years, especially with our new digital media platforms, and we've been talking for a while. And I think your story is one that's really interesting, and I think the stories you'll be able to tell on the Brandon Golden Show are going to be very fascinating and intriguing for audiences across our digital platforms and, of course, our traditional radio platforms. But first, for folks that are just tuning in and want to get to know Brandon Golden a little bit more, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us who Brandon Golden is and how we got to this point of where we are right now, sitting in the Pirate Radio Studio C.
Yeah, 100%. So from High Point, North Carolina, went to undergrad here at East Carolina. Thought I wanted to be a respiratory therapist coming out of college. My dad had emphysema and cancer and things like that, and I went back home, interned at High Point at High Point Hospital, did that whole bit for a little bit, saw that wasn't really the route that I wanted to go, went into college athletics at High Point University, interned there for a year and a half. Like I said, wasn't a college athlete, so really learned the ropes of how to train, how to interact with players, coaches. Went to Mississippi State, had the opportunity to be in some really high-level programs, and, was a college strength coach for 10 years and got the opportunity to work with the Dodgers. And now I'm running my own business and consulting with different colleges and doing things at a really high level. And, yeah, I get to work with some of the best players on planet Earth and get to interact with people and push performance, and they get to pour into my life, and I get to pour into theirs. And it's a pretty cool opportunity.
Your Rolodex is very deep and very long, and a lot of names a lot of people are going to recognize.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're doing a partnership with Pirate Radio. You have the East Carolina ties of when you were here in Greenville. Give us the background of what you did while you were here in Greenville.
Yeah, so strength coach got here in 2017. I'll never forget one of my first couple days here. Malcolm comes over to me and we're on the field and he's like, man, this is the best time ever to be a Pirate. We're going to Omaha this year. Like, obviously coming off the 16th season, it was unbelievable. Brady hit the ball a touch to the left. Maybe we do. And who knows what happens. But yeah, I just remember being here and then working, and just basically my whole thought process was like, let me not mess this up. Let me just, there was 9 seniors, CG and JP and Roselle had the thing rolling, and let me just kind of stay out of the way and kind of see what happens. Obviously, we know that's not the case. We went 0-10 in the conference, didn't make a regional. CG talks about it all the time, but I think that year really cemented a lot of different things in the organization and in the culture, but also in myself too, like understanding that doesn't matter who you are or how talented you are on paper, like you have to go out there and do those things. And yeah, being here in 18 and 19 and 20 and really hosting regionals, winning conference championships, understanding what it took to win at the highest level and going to beat some of the best teams in the country was outstanding. It was an awesome opportunity for sure.
What led you out of East Carolina? I guess it was the Dodgers came knocking.
Yeah, it was. I was talking with somebody about this the other day, and it was one of the toughest decisions I've ever had to make. And we're in a pandemic. I had a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old at the time, and went to undergrad here, wanted to be here, talked to the administration, like, how can I stay here? It just wasn't feasible. And again, professional baseball had come knocking a few times, just like with CG and other coaches. Like, we were very successful, we were very talented, we did a really good job, so people reached out to us about different opportunities. None of those opportunities were the right one. My wife and I, Emily, we felt like the Dodgers was the right one, and it's, in my opinion, the best organization in all of professional sports. And it was a huge leap. It was a scary one, but it was one that I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to be a part of, because I learned some different things that I wouldn't have been exposed to in collegiate baseball, and now it's set me up to be able to meet, interact with, and live the lifestyle that I want to, all while still training players at the highest level.
So where is Brandon Golden today? Obviously, you're now a podcaster. You're now a digital host and a partner with us at Pirate Radio. But what is your full-time gig of how you're involved in the world of sports?
Yeah, that's a great question. I run the Ghost Lab in High Point, North Carolina. So it's our training facility, state-of-the-art facility. We have TrackMan hit tracks, have our vault force plates, pretty much anything that you would see at a high Power 4 program. We have Carolina Ghost, which is a travel baseball organization, and then my wife runs some real estate stuff. So went from, kind of bottled myself into, hey, I can only be a college strength coach, to now I'm an entrepreneur doing a lot of different things, training some of the best players, like I said, in the world, and then consulting with some ACC schools and a couple other Division I schools. So it's a a pretty neat ride for
when,
sure.
When I reflect back in the last 5 minutes of what you just told me, from being at East Carolina in 2017 to now where we are in 2025, I mean, you've packed in a lot of experience with a lot of different places with a lot of great people in the world of sports. What do you think you attribute all this knowledge and experience you have to where you are today?
Yeah, I think that's an awesome question. And I think it really, a lot of it comes from I didn't play the game. Like I was a strength coach. I played baseball when I was little, but I didn't play in high school or in college. And I think that was a big thing for me, is like I knew when I was in grad school at St. John's, when I got, I worked with the collegiate national team, after my first year there, and in my career just kept going towards baseball. And just understanding, like I played lacrosse, like understanding rotational power and how to put a foot in the ground and how the pelvis rotate and have all these things happen. Like I was continually driven towards that sport, and really at Mississippi State and then at St. John's and then moving forward, it was, I can have a huge impact from what happens in the weight room and what happens from the skill development side just by understanding what they're trying to do and put them in those positions. So I guess to answer your question, LB, is like it really came from a humble understanding of like I didn't know. Like I'd never gone out there and thrown a fastball at 92 that sunk. Like that wasn't on the bingo card for me. So really talking with people and learning from them, even our players at an early age, like really opened the door for me to be able to do the things I'm doing.
Brandon Golden joining us, our new digital partner with the Brandon Golden Show, is going to be coming to Pirate Radio very soon. We'll dive into your first couple of guests because I know you're excited because your Rolodex, as I mentioned, is so long, but your first couple of guests Pirate fans are going to know. But right now, I think as you're still helping athletes, you said you're consulting schools. What fills up your cup? What makes you have fulfillment in what you do right now?
Yeah, it can be from working with a 10-year-old or a major league player, but really the thing that fills it up the most is that light bulb moment where, say for example, a college kid or whoever is trying to get more ride on the fastball and they're trying to do something metrically, when they understand what I'm trying to get them to do from a movement quality side of things in the weight room, then it transfers to what's happening on the field, and that aha moment of like, holy cow, this is what I've been working so hard and so long on. And it's sometimes very simplistic, sometimes it's very complex. Like being able to mesh those two things together and allowing it to happen, that's the cool part. That's why we do what we do, and that's what keeps us coming back for more.
What is a fun question that you often get asked to how to help somebody, and what's a strange or hard question that someone brings you that you're like, wow, I don't know, this may be tough?
Yeah, a lot of times people ask me, especially like on the youth side of things, like some of our younger kids, like 14, 15, when they're playing for our teams, they're like, hey, so is this guy, is he going to be a Division I player? I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I think he has a skill set to play college baseball. Is he going to be a Division I player at 14 when they're a freshman in high school? Like, we're not really sure. I think the thing that's interesting and that's going to be forever changing is just the landscape of college baseball and what it looks like. There's so many more kids going to junior college and Division III and then transferring into the Division I schools, which is a normal thing. But it's not a bad thing. And I think just trying to educate some of those people that, yeah, you may have a chance to play Division I baseball, but let's not worry about that. Let's get caught up in how well you train, how well you sleep, how good your nutrition is. And if you really want to be successful and have the chance to play college baseball, like, what are you willing to sacrifice? I think that's the question. That's my rebuttal to that question. It's like, I have no idea. What are they willing to give up to get it? And what was the second question?
What's something that's a tough question for you that I mean, that may have been it too. You know? I mean, it's a fun question that, hey, look, can my son play Division I baseball? I guess, I mean, maybe when a professional athlete comes to you and says, hey, look, I need to be fixed.
Yeah, 100%. I'm working with a kid right now, Adam Conrad, who went to Carolina University, a NAIA school in Winston-Salem. I'm from High Point. I hadn't heard of it until a few years ago, which isn't a knock. It's just the reality of the situation. He was drafted. He's in the Padres organization. He's a pitcher, 93 to 95, can really ride the fastball, but is looking to do more things. And one of the things that he asked me the other day was, he's like, hey, should I just be doing run and gun? Should I be doing pull downs all the time? And how does that look? Well, he does a pull down in our facility the other day. He touches 100. He kind of slipped, and he's like, oh man, that's awesome. I've never thrown a ball's never come out of my hand at 100 miles an hour. And the next day, he's asking different questions of like, how can he blend that to the mound, and how can we kind of sync that up for him coming up in spring training, because the Padres, just like every other organization, want him to throw harder, be more efficient in the zone, K rate, all those different metrics there. And I told him, I said, Adam, I don't think we should be doing running guns. Like, I don't think we need to do that anymore. And he looked at me all perplexed. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you just did it. Like, you could do it on flat ground. You struggle with the slope. So let's get better at the slope. Let's do different water bag drills. Let's throw off the mound more. Let's do different things to integrate those things, because the slope, that's the limiting factor right now. And let's get you to a position where you can do all these explosive things down the mound.
Brandon Golden, our special guest today, talking strength and conditioning, helping people in the world of sports, and just a phenomenal background you have with a ton of experience. And the one thing I was excited about when we started talking, and I think your personality is great too. So I think you're going to be able to do what I'm doing, asking you questions. You're going to be asking a lot of great questions because your Rolodex of guests. But really excited about your first two guests because they have something in common right now as well. But go ahead and let's let the cat out of the bag or whatever of who the first two guests are going to be and why you chose these guys.
Yeah, number one's Clayton McCullough, the manager for the Miami Marlins. Obviously, Clayton played here, has done some awesome things in professional baseball, but he was also with the Dodgers when I was as well. And he was on the major league staff, and he could have very easily, big league me. I was in the minor leagues and could have gone about his business, but went out of his way several times during spring training to come over and talk to me and invite me over to the big league side and just, be somebody who was a mentor, even if he doesn't realize he was, just by the way he went about his business. And watching him grow, kind of when we talk, like watching him grow and hearing his story about how he went from coaching in the minor leagues to being the field coordinator to being in the big leagues. Like, it was just somebody that you were pulled towards. Like, he had that gravitational pull just because of how good of a person he was. So wanted to get him on. I remember super excited to get him on and like really have him roll with that and just explain kind of what he's done.
What else are you excited about talking with Clayton about?
Yeah, just learning. Talking about the World Series, what some of that stuff looked like in 24, who knows kind of where that led and how some of those conversations went, but even more so like what he's trying to build in Miami. Because obviously, like I said, being with the Dodgers for 10 years, he's seen and he's been a part of one of the best programs in all of professional sports. But like, how is he going to take that and make it his own and build something that's going to be impactful for a young team that's going to hopefully do some pretty special things coming up.
Solid leadoff there with Clayton McCullough. But in the two-hole, your second guest, a lot of Pirate fans are going to recognize this name, and even the manager of the Marlins is going to recognize his name. Who's it going to be?
Connor Norby, Norb Dog Millionaire. It's funny, like I would call him that sometimes when he was in college. I'm like, Norb Dog Millionaire, and now he's a millionaire. So it's a pretty cool thing for him to be able to just do what he's done. And I reached out to Connor recently, probably about a month and a half ago now, but I basically called him and said, hey man, like, you're super talented. I know you really well. I know you from a performance side of things. I know you as a person. You're too talented to not be in the game. And the major league season is a grind. It's 162. You've had a couple soft tissue things. Like, I don't need a single cent from you. I don't want your money. I really care about you. I want you to have the opportunity to play this game for the longest possible time that you can. And here's some things that I think you should be doing. And it helps that the director of strength and conditioning for the Marlins and I work together with the Dodgers. So I said, hey, man, I can consult with JT and I can help you with this. And look, man, the ball's in your court. I'm good, but I love you, man. I care about you. I want you to be able to play this game in the big leagues for as long as possible. So really excited to talk to Connor about, what he's kind of what it looked like in high school, coming from Minnesota down to Kernersville, which is out by me, and then coming to school here, obviously, what he really felt about me when I was his college strength coach, which I know the answer to that, but just for everybody to hear some of those things, and then what it looked like in the minor leagues. And then, obviously he's always been able to hit, but his first at bat was a bomb, and how that felt for him. And then what does it look like now going through a season that probably wasn't the way he drew it up in spring training to where we're at now in the offseason and how we're going to build him up moving forward for the upcoming season.
Two awesome guests to start off the Brandon Golden Show, Clayton McCullough and Connor Norby. Tell everybody, what's your big picture? What are you hoping to accomplish with the Brandon Golden Show?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest thing is just kind of, you alluded to it earlier, tell stories. I got a really cool experience, life experience in being in college baseball and being in professional baseball and on the consulting side and running my own business and really just giving people the inside look of what it takes to be successful in any walk of life, but especially in the game of baseball, in strength and conditioning. And yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, but really just to tell stories, bring people together, and show what it takes to be elite.
Season 1 is going to debut November the 18th, I believe. So it's coming your way with Clayton McCullough. So look forward to that conversation. Brandon Golden. Any other guests that you're working on that you want to mention here, or just I know there's a lot of obviously ECU connections, but there's also a lot of other people in the world of sports we've talked about that are just big-time professional athletes and are impactful in this community.
For sure. There's probably going to be a couple major league strength coaches. There could be a couple names that went very high in the draft, some college coaches. But yeah, just we'll kind of leave people to suspense a little bit. But what I'm really excited about is just the quality of the conversations, because to your point, the people that I'll be bringing on, I'm pretty close with, so we can have candid conversations and really get their life experience and their coaching or playing experience to, again, help, whether that's a parent, a coach, a player that's coming through similar things that they went through. And yeah, it should be pretty entertaining.
Well, Brandon, everybody can hear you, watch you on the Brandon Golden Show, coming to the Pirate Radio digital and traditional on-air platforms very soon. But if somebody wants to learn about your business or just get in touch with you before then, what's the best way?
Yeah, probably Instagram. You can find out what we're doing. My personal handle is @CoachBGolden, and then the lab is @GhostLabNC. And then my email address is carolinaghostbaseball@gmail.com.
Great stuff. Brandon, excited about our partnership, excited about these first 2 shows, but I know the next ones down the line are going to be better. And you're a natural, man. This thing is gonna blow up, and I know a lot of people are going to be watching and consuming your content, and I can't wait to get it started.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, there is Brandon Golden, your host of the Brandon Golden Show. Episodes with Clayton McCullough and Connor Norby on deck. Very cool. Going to have some great chats with Brandon Golden. Excited to have him as a member of the squad. All right, Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. Pirates down 16. I have doubled down. I've got ECU plus 17.5 along with plus 5.5. One of those is not going to hit. One is still alive. Right now, the Pirates are down 16. And
all out.
They're scrambling for the ball. This has been a hideous game to watch. But I'm hoping the last 3:43 will go ECU's way. They are down 16 to Liberty in women's hoops. Back with you with football picks after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Straight out of Kinston, Chili Water by Carolina Ice Company just iced the competition. Officially ranked the #1 American-sourced water on the H2O Score app and #2 in global purity, beating out 99.9% of those overpriced premium glass bottles. Purified or sparkling, both built to dominate your cooler. Find participating locations and order online at chiliwater.com or find us on Amazon. Tap into something better. Zero sugar, zero plastic, zero regrets. Stay chilly.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Your dream home starts with an unshakable foundation, and at Unshakable Builders, they don't just build houses, they build trust. From blueprint to keys, their expert team is with you every step of the way. You dream it, they build it. Visit unshakablebuilders.com to start your journey home the right way. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation. And a quick check of your Pirates in the pros. Congratulations to St. Louis Cardinals player Alec Burleson. He has won the 2025 Silver Slugger Award for the first time in his career as a utility player. He finished this past season batting .290 with 18 home runs and 69 RBIs. And in the CFL, in the East Division championship, I should say, there is going to be a Pirate headed to the 112th Grey Cup to be played on November 16th. The Montreal Alouettes with Tyler Snead and Deshaun Amos and the Hamilton Ticats will go head-to-head for the championship, the East Division championship, I should say, and that is taking place tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. Now, and that is a look at your Pirates in the Pros, brought to you by Caroline Cook, your hometown professional Pirate realtor. If you need an experienced realtor from Eastern North Carolina that was born a Pirate, then give Caroline Cook a call today. Explore CarolineCookHomes.com to learn more. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we got a nail biter. Liberty up by 16 with 42 seconds left. But some people have ECU plus 17 and a half. 35 seconds and counting. Liberty with the ball. Show some class and just run the clock out. They're going to put it up here inside. Layup. No good. Blocked. All right. Hold the ball. Just don't shoot. Oh, here come the Pirates up the court. White girl, no. Okay, now we run out the clock, dribble it out, 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 dribble it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And folks, I have bad news. East Carolina loses to Liberty 69-53, but they lose by less than 17.5. All right. Kim McNeil's team falling to 1-1 on the year. We welcome in on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. What'd you say? Oh, right side. Strong side. Tony Dunn in the house. Hey, Tony.
Hey, man.
Hey, Tim Pernetti right now is finding horses' heads to put in the bed of Kim McNeil and the UTSA men's coach. 2 bad American losses.
I gotta say,
on a Friday afternoon.
It's odd walking into a room where you don't know that the spread is what people are talking about, because I was like, oh man, they hit a 3. There's 3 minutes left. Maybe there's something. There could be a run. That clips here thinking he cared that they're the Pirates, and then they dagger a 3, and he's like, oh. And he still paid attention. I'm like, man, this game is over.
Tony said, this is over. I said, Tony, this game is not over.
well, now I'm caught up.
All right. So there you go. Apologies to the people I said take 5.5 about an hour ago. That did not work out. But you got to jump back in. You got to believe. And I believe.
You got to get back on the horse.
That's right. And we talked about that yesterday. Speaking of getting back on the horse, Panthers get blown out by the Buffalo Bills at home.
I don't even remember that game. I scratched that game from my memory.
Panthers were a cute story, but then
it's over.
Yeah, we had our fun. Now we go to Green Bay, and what happens, Tony and Chandler? The Carolina Panthers beat the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau.
Absolutely, biggest upset of the year in the NFL. Clip Brock texted me on Sunday and said probably the most impressive win
by
any
team in the NFL this year.
And I'd have to agree with him, and I'm not saying that just because we're Panthers fans, but what a great job by Dave Canales and his plan to go in there and just have possession of the football most of that game, and just ground and pound the football with Rico Dowdle. And shout out to the defense for doing a great job and kind of slowing down Jordan Love and that running game with Josh Jacobs. And also, shout out to Ike Ekwonu for shutting down Micah Parsons for the first time in his career, Tony Dunn.
No pressures.
21 dropbacks for Bryce Young. No pressures from Micah Parsons.
That's crazy.
First time in his career that has ever happened. So just an all-around great win, and it came from I feel like all phases of the football.
Well, let's talk about that offensive line just as a whole, because they're missing 3 starters. And they're cycling in. There's a guard that we didn't even know his name. I still don't know his name that played in that. And you rushed for 130 yards against this team. Rico Dowdle had a great game, but a lot because that offensive line played well. Man, the Panthers. I'm not going to overinflate the win, as in all of a sudden that the Panthers are the truth or something to that effect. But right. I think it could be a very important win, not only for this season, but hopefully going forward as a team. 3 viral stories come out of this week. We get the Micah Parsons laying on the table. You've got Jerry Jones talking about it.
Yeah.
You've got the whole world freaking out over Green Bay losing this. And so we're a highlight there. This story goes viral, and then you get Nick Scorton. They're talking about him being a dirty player. And what was it? Who's their tight end that got hurt?
Tucker Kraft.
Yeah,
he's in a better place.
He's in a better place. Then you get the Rico Dowdle 2 pumps.
Yeah.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
And you get Key, who comes out and does a bit. And then
the coach referenced it in his press conference, Canales.
And then on the show, we had Carolina Mike this Tuesday with 150,000. What would you do for 150,000? And that's gone viral. He's playing at Roaring Riot this week. He's been all over the place. So the Panthers, not used to this spotlight in such a good way right there.
It is. It is the biggest win of the season, but not the biggest upset. But they come against the Packers. They lost to the Browns. I feel like everybody forgets that the Packers lost to the Browns.
This one was in Lambeau, my friend.
Yeah, but the Browns.
My friend.
Lambeau.
Lambeau, my friend.
My friend.
All right, so the Packers are part of 2 of the biggest. Maybe the Packers.
The Packers are not that good.
I was going to ask this.
Wait, are they the best worst team or the worst best team? They suck.
So usually when a team is upset, unfortunately, the team that upsets them doesn't get the flowers. The question is, what's wrong with the team that got upset? Right. So after watching the Packers play, I'll ask you guys, what's wrong with the Packers?
Jordan Love.
Really?
He was not impressive. And I don't know if we should just give credit to our defense for stopping that, but, I mean, he was not a threat at all on Sunday throughout the whole game.
Tough weather there. Look, it was it was really windy there, right? And that played a big factor into things. I think, though, in one way, it's a coaching error, and that they just tried to get these chunk plays too much when they were running the ball effectively, and they didn't feel like they could just grind it out and win.
That's funny. When they played Washington earlier this year, Tony, they moved the ball up and down the field and missed on, like, anytime we got a stop, it was because they threw deep and missed on a play. Yeah. Sounds familiar.
So, I don't know. I don't think it's what's right. I think they're still good. I think they just got trying to find out how to click.
So Kraft's hurt. They still have the injury stuff. One of their guys got hurt against us. Was it Lane? Who's the receiver that got hurt against us for the Pack? I don't know, but they're banged up too. That doesn't help them out in the receiver position.
Jaden Reed.
Reed, not Lane. Reed. All right. Well, hey, great win, fellas.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And, I mean, shout out to the rookie, the undrafted rookie, Ryan Fitzgerald. 2 game winners on the season.
Yeah. It was that 2-pump penalty that got that we missed a extra point, which then came to matter down at the end. But then you're going in the right direction in the fourth quarter. The wind is behind you. It's not on the poor side of the field. He hits a long field goal to win the game at 1 second left, or the clock going out. You know what I mean? So it is good. I mean, it's good for the team. I think here the Panthers are in a tough spot there, right? As you were 4-4, right? But you had Buffalo, and then you had Green Bay, and you lose those two, and you can see that the season really get tough there, right? And now that you've split one of those, and now you got the Saints who traded away any player that they had, plus they're awful. You know, the Carolina Panthers have an opportunity to sweep the Saints. They get a Falcons team that's not that great. So you might get 3 more, or you get maybe
get Bucks team.
Yeah, you could get 3 wins at least, and you pick off one of those good teams at the end. And man, the Panthers could have a 9-win season.
Have y'all played the Bucks yet?
No,
we still have to play them twice.
Week 15 and week 17.
We still have to play the Saints twice. We've only played 1 division game.
Maybe you play a Bucks team that's like clinched the division, and you guys are playing for a wild card or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, the reason I was fired up on Sunday, one, is to win in Lambeau. And the biggest thing, too, is the response from the previous week, being throttled 40-9 to the Buffalo Bills. And as a Panthers fan, we've seen this before. Like, this is where, hey, we've had our fun.
Yeah.
And this is where the reality is going to set in. We got to have to go to Green Bay, and we escaped there with a win, and we're back over 500 with a really sorry Saints team coming up on Sunday. So very fired up for the rest of the season for Carolina.
All right. Real quick, NFL stories. Antonio Brown
extradited.
Yeah. Your guy, Tony.
I know.
So
Murderer!
He will go to Miami to face charges for attempted murder. Mark Sanchez not returning to Fox Sports.
Yeah,
that's not a surprise.
They signed Drew Brees, though, who has not.
Who is awful
great.
on TV.
Yeah.
He is terrible.
Big breaking news coming about 15 minutes ago. Tom McMahon, special teams coordinator for the Raiders, fired.
He's fired.
We've lost 3 games just off special teams alone, and last night, outside of A.J. Cole, was just pitiful. Shout out A.J. Cole, though.
Outside the ECU Charlotte game from 2023, that might be one of the worst one of the worst games I've ever seen.
It was bad.
Live.
Name Redacted texted me last night.
That was awful.
Said he's a Broncos fan, of course. He said, I don't have Jarrett's number, but tell him this game bleeping sucks. Thanks.
Yeah, he tweeted out and was like, I feel sorry or whatever for whoever watched that game. And I'm like, imagine being on my end of it.
Yeah, not good. All right, Chandler in the on top of the leaderboard right now at 81-47. Jarrett is 80-48. Tony Dunn is 80-48. Clip is 77-51. All right, let's get to the picks. Falcons and Colts are playing in
Berlin,
Germany. I'm picking a tear down that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Tear down that field goal.
I am taking. Oh, I got to pick against the Colts. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons
do you
play.
Have to do that all season?
Yeah, I'm a man of principle.
Okay.
Falcons played decent last week, so lay an egg. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Colts. I know that it was a bad week for them, but still a good team.
There was 2 games last week where it's like, yeah, they win. This coach wins this game, and it was Dave Dorn against Georgia Tech and Mike Tomlin against the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, yeah. Great Tomlin spot.
And you get now the Colts got Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if he's playing because he's still in concussion protocol,
is he?
I think. But he has been practicing as much as you can.
But he's healthy enough and clear-headed enough to be running around in circles celebrating at his house. That's what he said.
How you?
I'm good. We saw a glimpse of the Giants' Daniel Jones last week.
Oh.
Question is,
He's back.
He's back, and that's not good. Will he continue to be that way? No, I think he bounces back. Give me the Colts here.
All right, Browns at Jets. Tony, a good dad game if there ever was one.
Truth.
I will take. Is it at the Jets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Browns.
Yeah, give me the Browns easy here. Their defense is simply better, and they got rid of every decent player on their team.
They still have Breece Hall, but
yeah,
he wanted to go.
Yeah.
I'll take the Browns here.
Brownies.
Wow, a Brown sweep. That tells you about the Jets. Jaguars and Texans. Good AFC South game, but
no C.J. Stroud.
No C.J. Stroud.
Do love Davis Mills, though.
Do you love him enough to pick him?
No, because the Jags got one of the best offensive weapons in the league this past day, a couple days ago. Jacoby Myers.
All right. Jags and Texans, Davis Mills. I will take the Jaguars. Just went on the road and won. Give me the Jags.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jags as well.
Yeah, Jags got the 3-1 on the road.
All right. Bills at Dolphins. I'll take the Bills.
Bills.
Sweep.
Bills.
Ooh, game of the 1 o'clock window. Patriots at Bucks. Chandler has the Patriots as his dog of the day pick.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, who you like?
This is tough. I don't know. I don't know how to pick this one. I mean, the Bucks have been so resilient regardless of their circumstance, and the Patriots have just been hot. Drake May has been playing like the best quarterback in the league almost. I'm going to rock with the Patriots on the road.
Wow.
Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks at home, but I am looking forward to this game. I never thought I'd say that. Patriots, Bucks. Great game. G-Man Giants at the Bears. Man, the Bears were involved in one of the wildest games of all time last week.
I called it.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson revenge game for nepotism, and then they scored 40,000 points.
I will take the Bears at home. I still don't think they're that good.
No, they're not.
No,
Good for them, go. Good for them.
But I tell you what, that loss tore the locker room up for the Bengals.
Oh, God.
It tore the locker room up.
Chase Brown and Jamar Chase.
We put the ball in the end zone, finished the effing game.
Chase Brown was killing their defense.
I don't think it was even that bad and disrespectful. Some people say, you know, I mean, he was just like, basically everybody's got to do their job.
It's right after the game. You just put up 40 plus. You're mad. Yeah, I get it.
I think that should be the game that gets Zach Taylor fired. I mean, you fired Lou Anarumo last year because it's like, oh, well, defense stinks. It's got to be this guy. Defense still stinks, and the Colts defense is playing decent. So give me the Bears.
All right.
Giants but can't stop the run. The Bears don't have a great rushing attack overall, though, and the Giants do get after the quarterback. If they had Scatterboo, I'm sitting here thinking, I'll pick the Giants. The Bears, I can't get it's every other week. That's the thing is, and they were terrible on defense. I mean, they gave up Flacco had like a bazillion yards in that game, and he was hurt.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Dennis Allen has that chip on his shoulder. I got to go out and prove myself now.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
You love talking about Dennis Allen.
Like,
that guy
he
sucks.
stinks. Yeah, I hate Dennis Allen.
Okay.
But he is a good coordinator.
The Giants, you mentioned it earlier, the Giants lost their juice with Scatterboo.
Yeah.
I mean, that was their workhorse. And without him, they're basically nothing.
All right. I don't know about this one. Ravens at Vikings.
Playoff game for the Ravens.
How about for the Vikings?
I know.
J.J. McCarthy. What is J.J. McCarthy? Is he a good quarterback?
No, he has a great coach.
Have you seen this psychopath video?
And then here's the game ball for our quarterback, and he's just like,
Everybody made so much fun of him, but I was like, no one believed in him before that game. They were all talking about him being benched, secret benching and all of this, and he comes out and just deals. I'm saying the Vikings stay hot here.
I'm saying the Ravens continue their run and stay hot. Give me Baltimore.
Is Lamar playing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, give me the Ravens. I don't know, man.
Ravens looked good last week, but that's because they were playing a crappy Dolphins team.
Their defense stinks.
Give me the Ravens on the road.
All right. Saints at Panthers. I will take Carolina.
I really want to take the Saints.
All right.
Do it.
I'm not.
Oh.
But I really want to.
If the Panthers lose this game,
then what?
I don't know what we would do. Like, I mean, what could you like? Is anything real? I would feel like Clip talking about cloned dogs.
Yeah.
You just could not comprehend. Your brain can't handle it.
I feel like this game's a lot like ECU Charlotte, where it's like we got some optimism. We played decent this year, played pretty good. But if ECU loses to Charlotte or if Carolina loses to the Saints,
it's all done.
The optimism's gone. The life is out of the building.
I love winning. I love being over 500, but that brings all the experts picking the Panthers. There's a fan account that I follow on Instagram where they show, experts. Everybody picked the Panthers except one person. I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing the Panthers being 5.5.
You do like seeing that.
Yeah.
Well, one person did
it. Scares me.
If everybody picked them, you wouldn't like seeing it.
Right, but just, I don't know.
You need to,
everybody pick the Panthers.
So you're taking the Saints.
No, I'm taking the Panthers.
All right, so this is I want to just mention this about the Panthers is that last week you had a offensive line and a running game that was like kind of a sort of coming out party in a sense, despite all the injuries and different things. The defense at times throughout the season has looked really good and played really well last week, and in other times throughout the season. We've won several games with Bryce Young throwing 100 yards in this past game, 140, things like
J-Bone
this.
hates that.
This is the Bryce Young coming out party right here, where now we get belief in all different angles on this team. Bryce Young with a big game against the Saints this week.
And just Panthers fans listening, injury update. T-Mac is questionable with a hamstring.
Oh, wow.
That's out.
Questionable.
And then Rico Daddle was a full participant today. He's been dealing with a quad all week, but he was a full participant in practice.
And that penalty was just stupid. I'm not like saying what he did was classy or anything, but like that, what harm did it cause?
Well,
it was not
there
taunting.
was no prop used.
Huh?
The rule's 3 pumps. 3 pumps, you're out.
And he didn't do 3.
I know.
It's not a real rule.
And that
should be.
I'm being serious.
I think it's because they argued that it was a sexual innuendo.
Who's had sex like that? Be honest.
I still think he should have done the one.
Standing up?
I still think it would.
Nick, have you ever done that?
What the hell do you mean by that?
I think if you go back and watch the Key and Peele skit, the first one where the guys fall down when he does it, I think that's the one they should have done.
Cardinals and Seahawks. Give me Seattle.
Seattle.
Yes.
But I will take the Cardinals plus the points. Jacoby Brissett starting.
You're the Jacoby whisperer.
These divisional games are tricky. Give me the Cardinals.
I didn't.
Oh!
I didn't start Marvin Harris.
Hey, that's sharp right there, buddy. Who you got, Tony?
Seahawks.
All right.
Cardinals.
Lions.
One of the best teams in the league.
Lions at Commanders. Give me the Lions.
Lions. Yeah. And I ain't lying.
Rams at Niners.
Best quarterback in the league, Matt Stafford. Give me the Rams.
I'm starting Stafford over Goff again this week.
Yeah.
Worked for me last week.
Well, I mean, Goff going up against the Commanders. But it is outdoors. It is Goff's better in the dome.
Rams and Niners. Give me the Rams.
Yeah.
All right. Who y'all got?
I'm going Rams here, too. Stafford looks great.
I might take the Niners plus the points. Tony, did you pick one?
Rams.
All right. Steelers at Go Chargers. What's the line? Give me the line. That'll tell me who I'm picking.
I just want to look at the record for the Steelers. Are they on pace for 8-9 wins?
Yes.
5-3.
What's the line?
It is 2.5.
Who?
Chargers. According to ESPN.
Give me the Steelers.
I don't pick the Chargers. Give me the Steelers.
I don't like the Steelers either.
Yeah.
They played well last week though.
They beat the
who?
They lost to the Packers. They beat the Colts.
Who played what? Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
The Chargers, man, Justin Herbert's throwing 350, 4 touchdowns.
I'm going Chargers.
Got nothing to show for it.
Chargers.
I'm going to go with the Chargers as well.
All right, and Eagles at Packers. Eagles off a bye, Packers off an awful loss.
It's a tough one.
Go Pack, go at home. Bounce back.
Give me the Eagles.
Tony, you love the Eagles.
I do. I guess I'll roll with them.
I will go with the Eagles as well.
All right, I'll be on Lambeau, Cheesehead
Part
Island.
strategic.
By the way, fun bet. No touchdown scored. Browns Jets.
All right. A little too obvious. But yeah.
All right, no touchdown scored.
You
Pats,
jokingly
Bucks.
said that last night, and that almost happened.
Pats Bucks. Now that would be crazy.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. All right, thank you, Tony.
All right, thank you.
C3 Panthers podcast. We got the Friday free for all and post game coming up. Is Panthers Saints at 1 or 4?
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of 1 o'clockers coming
By the
up.
way, Meow Mix is back. That podcast
No,
that quit.
they came out and said they were not coming back.
All right, well, Panthers win.
But you know why?
Another viral story.
You know, yeah, because everybody, former players, Jonathan Stewart, Trey Boston, a bunch of guys were like,
Also,
don't
Icky.
do it.
Yeah, that would be lame if
You're
they
a fake
came
fan.
back. Yeah.
And then they did the old, even though we decided to come back after the Packers game, you didn't decide to do that before the Packers game. We literally just went over 500, had the best win in like 10 years, and now you decide to come back.
I still think they should come back and have a podcast where they just watch kitty cat videos.
And you know what? You know who's never left and is still here today? The C3 Panther
That's
podcast.
right.
You can check them out. Where, Tony?
Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. live post-game show, and Friday free for all too.
They're not leaving. Back with you after this.
The Black Friday sales event is underway at Factory Mattress Outlet. Need a better night's sleep for the holidays? Take advantage of big savings on the largest selection of name brand mattresses in the area. Save up to $900 on America's finest quality mattress brand. Stearns & Foster, handcrafted quality that's second to none. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. Shop local and save on Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Factory Mattress Outlet, Greenville Boulevard, Greenville, and on the web at factorymattressusa.com.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. So many times people have problems with their automobile, and finding a service department that you can trust not to upsell you on something you really don't need, but to go in, diagnose the problem, and solve the problem.
Yeah, we're really here to pass along any kind of savings we can to pirates in the area. We take pride in offering a discounted labor rate compared to some of the other places, but give the same quality that technicians can provide.
Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
Play it again, sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Terrain changes, seasons change, but Honda ATVs, they show up ready. The 2026 4Trax Rancher, Foreman, and Rubicon are back, just as reliable as ever, with available 4-wheel drive, automatic DCT, and independent rear suspension on select models. There's a Honda built for how you ride. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville today, and count on a Honda to get it done. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and eye protection. Honda ATVs are for riders 16 years and older.
Ever feel like somebody's watching you? Relax.
it's probably just us. At Private Eyes, we've been conducting investigations since 1999, founded by law enforcement officer and military veteran Gary Pastor. Our team is stacked with former cops, military, and special ops pros. That means we find answers faster than you lose your car keys. So don't play detective. Call the real ones. Private Eyes. Professional, discreet, trusted, and way less creepy than your nosy neighbor. Call 866-774-3937.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michael's Ngekwe Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years, and their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or call 752-1600. And at Langley Contracting, they are the superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, they've got you covered. And best of all, they handle all your insurance claims. They're locally owned right here in Eastern North Carolina, licensed, insured, and carry a 25-year roof warranty. They can handle your gutter installation as well. So call or visit them online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today. Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Let's talk a little high school, college, and NFL with Brian North, who joins us on the Turner Home Team Live line. North, how you doing, man?
Hanging in there, Clipper, just trying to survive the first round of the weird NCHSAA playoffs.
Yeah, first year with the new format. We'll see the highlights tonight on the Blitz. Don't tell Brian Bailey, but I am wearing my Blitz T-shirt here on this Friday to get ready for tonight's action. So just wanted to pass that along, North.
I appreciate it.
Walking billboard, and I'm a big fella, so that'll get you a lot of mileage there. Speaking of kind of, old highlights of the Blitz, Justin Hardy is in town to be inducted into the East Carolina Athletics Hall of Fame. He was at Tiebreakers last night for a meet and greet, and you just want to talk about like same old Craven County Justin Hardy, Brian. The only difference is he's a little more outspoken than he was back then and during his time at ECU. He was awesome with the fans last night, awesome with us, and it was great to run into him. He had some family members with him, Brian, and man, just the same old guy you covered all those years ago.
Yeah, it goes back to when he was a freshman playing basketball, and there's stories about how small he was. He used to hide in the ball bag that Clay Jordan used to tell that story. And then, he was a great wide receiver, him and Eric Highsmith, and Eric went on to UNC, and they led their team, 2008, to the state championship game, only time West Craven's been to a state final. And then the next year, he was forced into being the quarterback because they didn't have one. And, yeah, he was a really good quarterback. And I always have this image. I know I told the story before on this show. On the rare occasions they didn't convert a third down, Justin would then go and be the long snapper on punt. So I'd the quarterback go, and then number one, hiking the ball to the punter, and then running downfield, and then, playing defense, and was, no real offers. He was going to go to Fayetteville State, where his brother had gone and played quarterback, so it was kind of a legacy deal. They wanted him to come play quarterback. He really didn't want to, but it was his only choice. Had a signing day and everything, and then Kevin Yost was able to get the new coaching staff to maybe pay attention a little bit and look at some film. They invited him as a walk-on, preferred walk-on, and the rest is Pirate history and NCAA history. And he's made quite the career afterwards, too. Proud of him for having a great career, not only with the Falcons, but north of the border in the CFL, which I'm sure you guys have talked a lot about. But you got to love football, and that's, it's always been in Justin's blood.
Yeah, and he's told us about his baseball playing ability as well, and famously played with Sean Armstrong, big leaguer. So just a great all-around athlete and a really good dude. It was cool to see him. We talked to Shane Carden earlier this week, and Brian Bailey had Dwayne Harris on the Brian Bailey Show. Really cool modern era group of Pirates going in, Brian, that a lot of fans are excited about.
Yeah, it's always torn on these Hall of Fames and how quickly do you induct somebody, because you want to savor their career a little bit. And most of the time I say wait till their professional playing career is done, but you also want to strike quick enough where the fans remember them and have good memories. And so it's always that delicate balance. And I think they got it about right. I think they could have waited another year or two. It would have been fine. But it's pretty cool to have some guys who there are memories that are fresh of their great plays at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium and beyond, and the legacy that they had for the Pirates.
Mike Mullis going the opposite direction there, Brian. He said, hey, look, Trey Savage is in town. He just, started 2 games in the World Series. Put him in the Hall of Fame. Do the first ever, surprise Hall of Fame induction while Trey Savage is here.
Yeah, and again, too soon, right? Let's go a little further, and so we can live it better. And even with the professional sports, sometimes I wonder if it's too quick. Guys get in, and then they're just an old gray-haired dude on the stage for a long time after that. I wish we could celebrate their careers a little bit more, but a Hall of Fame kind of culminates it, right?
Yeah.
This is the one last chance for us to kind of relive it, and then they're a Hall of Famer, but you never take the time again to really reflect on their career until, unfortunately, the end, right? Then we do their obits and when they many years down the road. But that's the one thing about the Hall of Fame, right? It gives you a chance to reflect, but I wish sometimes we reflected a little bit more on those moments.
The Hall of Fame will be a big part of what's going on this weekend. You've also got homecoming. You've also got a game against an opponent that has beat you the last 2 years and has really embarrassed you, especially last year. Pirates are huge favorites on Saturday to knock off Charlotte. And I've said it all week, Brian. In any other case, this will be a classic look-ahead spot for ECU, looking ahead to Memphis and the conference championship aspirations and things like that. But they have had this Charlotte game circled, so I'm not worried at all about ECU overlooking Charlotte. In fact, we had a caller on the 5th quarter, I think it was Kyle, who said they're not, just going to not overlook it. I'm worried they're going to put too much into this game and be too overhyped going into it. So I think it's a great thing Charlotte comes the week before Memphis, because Pirates are going to be focused on this one, and then they'll move on to next week.
Yeah, look, anybody who's not focused on this, even transfer portal days, you get a lot of different dudes in there who weren't part of the team the last couple of years. But look, man, that would be one that would stick in my craw so bad that this is a new program. They weren't even a football team, 15 years ago? And now they beat the established program in the state, twice. And gosh, sometimes it's been ugly. So, no, I think, if anything, they should be chomping at the bit to go and kind of correct what went wrong. And then, look, you worry about Memphis after that. You can still get hyped for that game. But there's no way you want to go through this a third time. So what's the spread on it so far? I haven't looked at the number.
Oh, okay. 28.5, 29, something around there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who did they play earlier this year? I said Campbell.
Yep.
That when it was 28-29, I said take it all day. You going to take this one, Clipper?
If I had to pick one, that just seems like too many points to me. But Charlotte is really bad. I'd probably not take it. It just seems like too many. But yeah.
Yeah. I can see them with a vengeance coming out tomorrow.
And I don't know if Charlotte's going to. How many points is Charlotte going to score though? Because if they get 7-10, I feel like we can get 38. So yeah. Okay, give me the Pirates.
Yeah. Good homecoming for Jaquarius Conley, though. I hate that he's having to play on a crappy football team, finishing up his football career, but former north side of Jacksonville star returning to the area. He'll have a lot of family and friends. It'll be good to see JQ there, but that's too bad that he's just playing on a crap team.
It's a rough one for the 49ers this year. For you scoreboard watchers on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, South Florida had 45 points at halftime last night. They beat UTSA 55-23, so they are now 4-1 in the American. And tonight it's 3-1 Tulane at 4-1 Memphis. So keeping an eye on all these one-loss teams, Brian, to see what happens with them, and you know, can ECU take care of their business and give themselves a shot at the end of the year?
Yeah, it's nice that there's something to play for here, and
yeah.
a lot of games a month, but take care of business today. Now you got, 2 out of 3, or you got, 3 really huge games down the stretch here to finish the season where you can really focus in on everything. You go bowl eligible this week, you get that out of the way if you beat, when you beat Charlotte, and they can just really focus in on trying to become part of that American championship for the first time.
Brian, we set it up last week on the show. Big week for the in-state teams in the ACC. North Carolina got them a win at Syracuse. Duke wins at Clemson for the first time in my lifetime. And then NC State knocks off undefeated Georgia Tech. The lone loss was Wake Forest going to Tallahassee and losing. But 3 out of the 4 passing some big tests. And now Duke, they got a non-conference game against UConn this week, but they are right there in the mix for a conference championship appearance.
Yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of teams involved in this. I don't know how they're going to work it out here at the end. I mean, it always works itself out, but it is kind of neat to see all these teams in contention here. When they scrap the division format, it makes it fun. It makes it good football here, meaningful football in November. So that's what I love about it.
On the NFL front, one thing I set up that was completely wrong last week was the Panthers getting destroyed in Lambeau. How about Carolina getting off the mat after a blowout against Buffalo and pulling together and that, for college football, Brian, I'm calling so far Indiana's win at Oregon the best college football win of the season by any team. I think the most impressive NFL win by any NFL team this year is the Panthers winning in Lambeau. They were 5-1-1. They were undefeated at home. They were looked at as one of the NFC's best. And Carolina, coming off a loss, goes in there and gets a huge win. That was awesome to see.
Yeah, they were a 13-point dog going in, so I thought if you played against Buffalo, they'd probably rebound. Plus, you had Green Bay coming off, a Sunday or Monday game, so they had a little bit shorter week and had played so well. You expected them to come back, so I took Carolina to points. Now, I didn't pick them to win. I thought they would make it close, and all of a sudden they were able to make those games, and now you're hearing people complaining about Jordan Love maybe not being able to make some of the clutch plays his predecessors have made, and the Panthers, give them credit. That defense traveled, that running game traveled, and that's what you have to do. Now they've got to avoid that letdown because now they're on the other side. 1-8.
I know. It's almost like you almost wish a little bit better team was coming in because, okay, Panthers, we're talking good about you. Don't go blow it against the Saints at home. I could certainly see that happening. But, man, big opportunity for the Panthers to stack another win and see what happens beyond that. Brian North joining us. North, you mentioned the crazy first round of the playoffs coming up. What games do you have highlighted tonight in the high school ranks?
Yeah, so it looks like there's going to be a lot of blowouts. There's a lot of weird matchups. I was just looking at the brackets. Bracket, there is 11 teams in the East that have a bye. There's only 4 games. 11 teams have byes. It's kind of weird this year. But as far as good games, Green Central at Wallace Rose Hill looks like it could be one of our better games. It'll be our premier matchup. But outside of that, I think you're going to struggle to find some really good football. Maybe Cummings at North Pitt. We think that'll be a pretty good game. And then maybe some of the other scrub schools. You'll see Pamlico at Southside. I think that'll be closer. They already played once this year for the Fossil Bowl. I think that'll be a little bit closer this time around. But the rest, I think, it's going to be blowout central tonight, just setting up next week's matchups.
And also going on tonight, along with the football and everything else, Kansas at North Carolina. And with all the connections, Brian, you would think that Kansas has been to Chapel Hill, once every 5 years or something like that. But this is a rarity, and it would be a bigger deal if it was the early, mid-'90s with Dean Smith at Carolina and Roy Williams at Kansas. But still an interesting matchup here on a Friday night.
Well, old Roy, I'm sure will be there, and he'll get a little bit of the spotlight. But sometimes I wish these games waited a little bit longer, right?
Yeah.
Really good early season matchups, but they're so early.
I said that yesterday, Brian, because you got on a Saturday, a college football Saturday, there's some good matchups, including St. John's hosting Alabama, which that's going to be a fun game, but nobody's going to watch it. I mean, the hoops lovers will, but we got too much college football to keep an eye on tomorrow.
It's back in my day, it didn't start till after Thanksgiving when college football kind of ended. You had that one weekend where they kind of played together, and that made for the nice, easy transition. Now hoops can't wait, and I get it. The hoops heads and the money people get TV bill, and they especially can do it during the week. But yeah, for some of us who kind of are singularly focused, I'll check the score. I'll check the highlights, but it won't really be on my radar tomorrow with all the high school football and then the college football for the weekend.
On that note, an old CAA matchup coming up tomorrow, East Carolina at Richmond. We'll be keeping an eye on that during the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Pirates 1-0. The new Showtime Pirates, Brian, that just get up and down the court and score 90 points, and defense is optional. I was entertained by what I saw the first time out for Mike Schwartz's team.
Yeah, first time out. We'll see if that continues. But no, it looks like he's built the team how he's wanted to here for 4 years. Finally, the portal working out for them and getting him the size that he's always wanted and the speed. It's one or the other, but looks like he has both. It's part of that building process we rarely see at ECU. So, yeah, they look like they could be a good entertainment value this year.
Pirates on the road always scares me. Let's see what happens on Saturday. Yeah. North, enjoyed it, man. Have a great blitz tonight, and we'll see if we can track you down Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
All right, trying to maybe get the kids there for their first ECU game. So haven't solidified it yet, but it might be the Terrorists. Could be going to Dowdy Ficklin. We'll see.
Good deal. My daughter requested tickets for her and a friend for this game, so she'll be there. So it's a family affair at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. Thank you, North. See you, man.
See you, Clipper.
Brian North joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2 of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
This is Dr. Anthony Skalick from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes of ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com, and go Pirates!
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. This month, Doug Henry is giving away $50 gift cards with every vehicle purchased until November 27th. Stop into Doug Henry today and they will help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry is easy to find right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Wings Over Greenville is getting in the fall mood with their new pumpkin spice flavor. Pumpkin spice on chicken? Believe it! Their new pumpkin spice wings and tenders mix sweet, warm fall flavors with crispy, savory chicken. First time app user? Get free boneless wings just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jiggins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch for 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chronic joint pain hovers, and you never know when it's going to rear its ugly head, and that goes for David Garrard, too. And that's why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Garrard, they are delivering long-term relief. Treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today at 252-645-6458. That's 252-645-6458. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with your Pirate Radio Live. It is a Friday, a homecoming Friday, a Freeboot Friday, a Hall of Fame Friday, everything bumping in downtown Greenville. All right, J-Bone, on the year, on his points, rebounds, assist bet is what and what?
10-4.
All right,
lost 2 straight.
That's a pretty good number. He's lost 2 in a row. So time to fold up shop and move on to something else.
Absolutely not. These bets are too fun.
All right, well, time to put one more out there then.
Actually, I got 2.
Okay, this is bad.
I'm watching both these games, and Wemby has done me right. This is the first time I'm going back to a player, Victor Wembanyama, 41-plus points, rebounds, assists against the Rockets tonight. And then the value on it's jumped up 5 already. Con Knippel, 22-plus points, rebounds, assists. No LaMelo potentially. No Colin Sexton potentially. I've been wanting to take Con Knippel for so long, and I think tonight's the night. It's now at 27-plus, and I got it 22-plus. I can go ahead and cash out for a profit. I love this bet so much. Con Knippel, 22-plus, and we're going back to the well on Wemby.
Yeah, the fact that that's going up also tells me that maybe LaMelo's not playing.
Well, Colin Sexton, I think, is more likely to play just because I haven't seen anything injury-wise on him. LaMelo is not going to play. We missed the boat to trade him. Last game he played, he wasn't putting pressure on his heels. Not good for just basketball purposes as well as health-wise. So, not looking good.
All right, I'm going to parlay Knippel and Wemby.
Yeah.
Knippel, 25. What'd you get it at?
22.
Yeah.
And I was, since I'm patting myself on the back for picking Knippel early. Victor Wembanyama has gone down. I got it 41-plus. It's now 40-plus. So.
Yeah, so I got Knippel, 25, and I'll go Wemby, 35, and that will give me plus 112.
Not bad.
I'll take that. And see what happens tonight in the association. All right, coming up tonight, man, I want to take Tulane. Tulane, Memphis. Just kind of a Tulane bounce back.
Yeah.
But Memphis is at home. Does that matter a lot?
I don't really think so.
They don't have a great...
They didn't fill that place up for Arkansas, and Arkansas was decent at the time.
Yeah. So, Line is 3.5. And again, both these teams have one loss in the American and are in that championship hunt. If Memphis wins tonight, they'll be ranked when they roll into Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium next week.
Well, they are ranked in the AP poll, not in the college football playoff ranking.
So no teams outside of the ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12 are in the poll, correct? College football playoff poll?
What are you asking? Okay, yeah. My bad. It took me a second.
And Memphis is just outside that poll. Do they do receiving votes in that poll?
No.
Okay.
No.
But don't they rank every team? Do we have a full ranking of it?
Oh, I guess complete ranking. I didn't even know they did this.
Complete rankings? No.
Those are the complete rankings, 1 through 25.
Hey, why are you going to give me a link that leads to nothing, that leads to nowhere?
It's like Kevin Garnett and Uncut Gems. Why are you going to show me something if I can't have it?
Exactly. That's what everybody was thinking about out there. Right when I said that, everybody was like, KG, KG.
That's my favorite reference to make.
Anything is possible. College football playoff rankings. Big ones coming up this week. 7 versus 8. We've heard that 7, 8, 9. Well, BYU is 7. Texas Tech is 8. And they will be getting together in Lubbock coming up tomorrow.
Get it on.
Man, I'm excited. That's going to be a fun one to watch during the Bud Light pregame tailgate, which gets underway at 11 a.m. on Saturday. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. Morgan Ehlers will join us, and Ellerby talk to Ann Holland, wife of the late, great Terry Holland. You'll hear that interview in Hour 3 as well when we roll on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Eastern North Carolina. It's your guy, Roger Harris. I train to be the best on the field, but even more, it's about being my best for them. I know my joints won't heal on their own. Arthritis, it's coming, unless I stop it. Prevention beats pain. QC Kinetics use your body's own power to heal, rebuild, and restore. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Don't wait until pain sidelines you from the game of life. QC Kinetics, regenerative medicine, real results. Call now to schedule your free consultation. 252-645-6458.
Greenville Utilities customers should be proud to know their electric, natural gas, water, and wastewater utilities are owned by the community. That means decisions are made locally, not in some other city or state. It means the utilities are run in the best interest of the community, not to make profits for out-of-state shareholders. It means reliability is high while rates remain low. Greenville Utilities, safely providing reliable utility solutions for the Greenville region since 1905.
Fall is hands down the best time to be at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. We've got live music, trivia, singo, karaoke, and more to keep your nights lively. Plus, game days are back and better than ever with home and away tailgate parties as we cheer on the Pirates all season long. Make NFL Sunday your new Sunday fun day with brunch at 10 a.m., games all day, and doors open until 9. We're extending our hours on Fridays and Saturdays, now open until 11 with live music from 8 to 11, including monthly full band shows. Stay connected on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Fish Street Hardware and come see what all the buzz is about this fall at Hardware.
Pirate fans, it's time to paint it purple on November 8th as your East Carolina Pirates take on in-state rivals Charlotte for homecoming. It's a special weekend at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium as 3 Pirate greats are inducted into the ECU Athletics Hall of Fame. Receivers Dwayne Harris and Justin Hardy join the captain, quarterback Shane Carden, in this year's class. Get your tickets today for as little as $46. Go to ECUPirates.com or call 1-800-DIAL-ECU. It's the Pirates and the 49ers for homecoming, Saturday, November 8th.
Straight out of Kinston, Chili Water by Carolina Ice Company just iced the competition. Officially ranked the #1 American-sourced water on the H2O Score app and #2 in global purity, beating out 99.9% of those overpriced premium glass bottles. Purified or sparkling, both built to dominate your cooler. Find participating locations and order online at chiliwater.com or find us on Amazon. Tap into something better. Zero sugar, zero plastic, zero regrets. Stay chilly.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU Athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Brown & Wood's award-winning service department is open Monday through Friday. And don't forget, we have free pickup and drop-off. Every customer, when you come in for service, heavy repair, maintenance, it doesn't matter. You get a free car wash, dry, and vacuum. We've also got Tom Brown's favorite tagline, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You would do anything to keep your family safe, so don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. SEI Technologies has recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. They have the most cost-effective solutions for your home and or business's security and life safety needs. Call SCI Technologies today at 321-7006. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Hall of Fame weekend, homecoming weekend. Free boot bouncing across the street. Everything happening here in downtown Greenville. And Morgan Ehlers will be on the mic at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium coming up on Saturday. He joins us on the Turner Home Team Live line. Morgan, how you doing, man?
Clip Brock, doing wonderful, man. Homecoming weekend, great time to be a Pirate.
It is. It's been awesome to catch up with the soon-to-be Hall of Famers this week, Morgan. And we'll start back Monday with the Brian Bailey Show. He talked to Dwayne Harris, who is my all-time favorite Pirate, for the way he just put it all out there on the field. And at the end of the day, this is entertainment, and nobody was more entertaining to watch on the football field than 17 and the way he played. And Morgan, when you think about Dwayne Harris, what comes to mind for you?
Oh, Dwayne Harris was electric. He was, whether he was on special teams or wide receiver, and like you said, there were times that you didn't think he was going to be able to get up, but he did. He'd get up and get back to the line of scrimmage, and next thing you know, he'd bust another one. And it was he was so fun to watch. All those guys that are being brought in from a football standpoint this weekend were like that. They were true, the definition of true Pirates, and happy for them to go in and go in together like that. It's a lot to be said for the talent that was in that era of football.
Yeah, and the quarterback going in this weekend is Shane Carden, and it's pretty cool. I talked to Holt yesterday about kind of bridging the gap between eras, and Holton talks to both Shane and Caden Hauser, which I think is really cool. It shows a culture, it shows a program, and neat that if any one of them needs to text one another, they can do so. But man, Shane and that high-powered Lincoln Riley offense, he had some weapons, but man, he was in control of that thing. And I said this about Caden Hauser earlier this year, maybe not to the same degree as Shane, but when Shane went on the field, like you felt like you had a chance to win any game.
Yeah, it was, but it got to that point. It wasn't that way at the beginning,
right?
It got to that point when they really started understanding offense and had the pieces in place to do it. That was the key. That it was not only Shane and Justin. It was the offensive line, the running backs that they had, being able to control the tempo of the game the way they did, and it was so fun to watch. And again, a great time for a Pirate, and that tradition continues today.
And when people ask me who's the best receiver kind of that era, maybe post 2000. And you can throw our weekly guest Andre Allison in there, or Lance Lewis, who wasn't here very long, Zay Jones, Justin Hardy, Dwayne Harris. I answer, Dwayne Harris is the best football player out of that group, but the best receiver to me would be Justin Hardy. Just the hands, the consistency. Seemed like he never missed a game. Mr. Reliable out there, and it was great seeing him last night out at Tiebreaker. Still a great guy. Still like the same Craven County kid he was 15 years ago or whatever. But, man, it was fun to call a lot of first downs for him and touchdowns, Morgan.
Yeah, it was, and Justin was the kind of guy that he was so reliable. You talk about receivers that did the little things to get open and did the little things to get better each and every day, and that's what made him such a good receiver here at East Carolina. It made him a good one in the NFL, and it's making him a really good one, and arguably one of the better ones in the CFL right now. And it's again. I keep saying it, but it's good that they're getting their just rewards because they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, and they've got the numbers to prove it, and had the wins to prove it as well, and help turn this program around from where and keep it going from where it was at one point to now. And it's just a great weekend. Hall of Fame is a great weekend.
And another name, Terry Holland, fortunately won't be here to enjoy it himself. We've got an interview with Ann Holland and Ellerby coming up in just a moment. But, man, Morgan, I missed out on the 80s with Ralph Sampson and then maybe the glory days, but I do remember him as a young basketball fan as the coach of Virginia, and then passing the reins over to Jeff Jones, and I think he was in the administration there. But when he came to ECU, I was like, wow, we got a legend here. And the way he was able to get ACC teams to come here to play East Carolina, the instrumental role he was, in moving up conferences and making sure we were in the best position to make a move. And just, and I know you'll say this too, Morgan, like the ultimate gentleman, the classiest guy ever. But it was really neat to get to know Mr. Terry Holland, and I know you share the same sentiments.
Coach Holland, when he was here, you mentioned gentleman, that's what he was. And I can remember calling the games at East Carolina, and more than likely you'd see him standing in one of the hallways and the doorways, leaning up against the bleachers with his arms crossed, and he was watching the game. And that's, if he wasn't doing business or talking to people, that's where that's where he was each and every game, and it was always good to see him. And I'm glad to see Miss Ann's going to be here and accepting this, I believe. And Coach was definitely left his mark on ECU athletics.
And they are going to all be here to witness a football game, Morgan, and a game that East Carolina has had circled. And the Pirates are coming off their best performance of the year. They are projected by Vegas to win this one by about 30 points. So hopefully we see some fireworks on the field tomorrow. And if the Pirates play like they have the last two games, we'll see quite a show, because they look great against Tulsa and just kept it going last week against Temple.
Yeah, they played really well defensively. I thought they had maybe one of their better games of the year, not just because of the final score, but really just they played good defense in the backside with the secondary, the defensive line. They put pressure. I thought schematically they blitzed when they had to blitz, and they did a really good job of keeping Temple off tempo. And offensively, we came out and we did what we had to do. I was hoping we'd come out and really light it up early, and that's what we did, and forced Temple to get off their game a little bit, and the rest is history. It was over 600 yards offense, and I thought Caden House, it could have been more, because there was a couple passes that were missed that were in and out of the hands that were long gains, and that was one of the Pirates' more complete wins of the year, and they got to do it tomorrow, and don't take things for granted. They can't take Charlotte, hey, we're going to beat them by 30 points, and come out. If you stumble, it puts a damper on the rest of the season, but if you come out and take care of business tomorrow, it sets up one hell of a game next week against Memphis.
Morgan, we're getting into just the greatest time of the year, not only the holidays, but all the sports going on. College basketball back in Minges. You were great the other night with Gio Emajuru and especially Isaiah Mbang. But speaking of Gio, hits the ground running. Jordan Riley doing Jordan Riley things. Reed Kaysen had a great night. What were your thoughts on ECU's win 92-89 against Georgia Southern?
With the tempo of the game the way it was, I thought we played into Georgia Southern's game style a little bit. I don't know if that's what Coach Schwartz wanted to do. But, I thought they went out there and, we didn't shoot the ball very well. I thought still scored 92 points, which says a lot. Defensively, I thought that we weren't able to control them like we kind of wanted to probably. But at the same time, you scored 92 points. We held on to win. We didn't shoot the ball very well from the free throw. I think they'll address that. Also, I think that Reed Kaysen, you mentioned him, he looked really good with, catching the basketball and putting it up and doing the things that you look for in a 6'8", 6'7", 6'8" guy that, soft hands around the basket, moved really well, shot the ball really well. I liked Delorier. I thought, he was in foul trouble, plays very aggressive. I think he's got to be careful of that during the year because the scouting report on him, if they go in and say, hey, you can get him in foul trouble if you really focus on it. So he's got to be aware of that. But I thought he played really well when he was in there. The guards, I thought Corey Cocker, while he was in there, played well. I thought that he controlled the tempo, didn't shoot the ball effectively that well, but I think he's a better shooter than he showed the other night. And game number one, you win. Now you go to Richmond tomorrow night and hopefully come back and win and play Elizabeth City State on Thursday and go 3-0.
Morgan, I think Darius Morrow was our most skilled big man in the last 20 years, and guys like that just don't come here often. And we get big guys in, year out, and they struggle to put it in the basket within 4 feet. That's what I loved the other night is the soft hands, Reed Kaysen and Gio around the basket, not just getting down there, but finishing. And hopefully that's a sign of things to come, Morgan, because we've had some issues of getting guys that can get to the rim, but can't get it in when they get there.
Yeah, it's we've had guys that what they call the boxer called him one of the boxers' hands of stone, and we've had our share of them.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
When they get the ball, they just can't get hold of it, and there's a lot to be said to being able to develop that. I've seen guys, and I've played with a couple guys when I'm back in the day that. I would always go in and work out for 30 minutes just right around the basket, catching, shooting, and develop pretty soft hands for, in scoring like that. It's a skill that's developed and learned. And a lot of guys in today's world, all they want to do is dunk and all they want to do is, shoot 3-pointers or do whatever.
Yeah.
But if you can score 15, 20 points in a game in college basketball, but 3 or 4 foot from the basket, you can make some money doing that. And I was very happy with the way their inside game played the other night.
Jared, did that fire you up hearing Morgan say, big man, stay around the rim, make your shots?
Yes, I'm sick and tired of seeing guys over 7 foot tall shooting threes. I get that's mostly an NBA problem, but get your big ass in the paint.
All right, there we go. That's one of Jared's sticking points there. Kenny asking, where is DJ Captain Morgan tonight?
Tonight, I'm actually down in Kenny's neck of the woods, down at Mosaic Pub on River Road. We'll be playing down there from 8 to 11. And then tomorrow I got the game, and Sunday going to watch football and cook some seafood. So we're good to go.
All right, Morg. Enjoyed it, man. Have a good call tomorrow, and we will check in with you again. Do we have a playoff edition of the High School Huddle tonight?
We do.
All right.
Playoff edition. Conley, we don't have a Pirate Radio game of the week. Conley's got a bye. They'll play the winner of the Southern School of Engineering and something. It used to be Southern Durham.
Southern Durham, yeah. The
Sustainability is the last part.
Okay. The artist formerly known as Southern Durham. There you go. All right, Morg.
Never knew they had a school like that until today.
There we go. Later on, man.
Have a great weekend.
All right, DJ Captain Morgan Ayler's joining us. Turner, Home Team Live Line. Saw Name Redacted just tweeted out the first line I saw. Did I say 7.5? What did I say? For ECU Richmond.
Maybe you did.
6.5.
Okay.
So that is the number. I think I had 7.5 in my brain. 6.5 is the number on DraftKings. Richmond, a favorite at home. Back with you, Ellerby and Ann Holland after this.
Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World, two names that are synonymous with top quality sales and service in Pitt County for over 47 years. And Brian Cook joins us now. And Brian, talk about your philosophy when it comes to previously owned cars, trucks, SUVs, even hybrids now.
Yeah, we're going to shop all over the Southeast, trying to keep a good mix of inventory. And from there, we want to offer a top quality product to use through warranties and finance that we can provide.
Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
Sam Jones Barbecue is throwing a Smokehouse Showdown November 16th. We're shutting down the restaurant to celebrate 10 years in business while giving back to the community. Our Smokehouse staff is split up into 4 teams and will be competing in a wing, rib, and side competition. Buy your ticket today to get in on the tasting and help us raise money for Make-A-Wish Eastern NC. We'll have live music, free barbecue, free chili water, Pitt Street beer, and Pepsi products, all included in your ticket. Every cent we raise will go to Make-A-Wish Eastern NC. Find out more information at samjonesbarbecue.com.
Shiny teeth in me.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dr. Holly, owner of Pirate Dental. At Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Does your tooth hurt?
They fix teeth.
Chipped tooth?
They fix teeth.
Need a second opinion?
We fix teeth.
Need a crown, have a cavity? We fix teeth. Bottom line, at Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Call us today at 252-321-2500 or visit us at piratedental.com. Online appointments available. Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Go Pirates.
Shiny teeth in me.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Big game season is here, but we're not just talking about Pirate football. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast cannons in the stands and the fields. You know what I mean. Stay tuned in weekly as we shoot through fall with the best prices and selection around. Plus, special package deals like the exclusive Bagara B14 Hunter FSP Wilderness Scope combo, including a Leopold VX Freedom 4 to 12 by 50 Hunt Plex, all for only $11.99. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or AA.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
In a world full of uncertainty, there's one team you can count on, the North Carolina Protection Group. Their licensed specialists bring unmatched training, integrity, and over a century of combined experience in personal protection. From executives and celebrities to families and vital assets, we provide world-class security, 24-hour video monitoring, and on-site guards. Anywhere, anytime. Don't wait. Call the North Carolina Protection Group today at 919-886-6274.
What's going on, guys? This is Inky Johnson. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of Greenville Auto World and Greenville Motor Company and is fully stocked with an inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 48 years. And looking for quality roofing you can trust? Call the Boone Group Roofing, proudly serving all of Eastern North Carolina. Owned and operated by Toot Boone, they offer no money down and they back their work with a 5-year workmanship warranty. Find them on Facebook and Instagram to see their latest projects and satisfied customers. When it comes to your roof, don't settle. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. Call Toot today at 714-0021. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, years and years ago. The Ann Holland Show was on Pirate Radio. She talked to guests such as John Calipari and Dan Bonner and Bruce Hornsby and a who's who of anybody in athletics, music, and otherwise, and just some fascinating conversations. And now her late husband, Terry Holland, being inducted into the East Carolina Athletics Hall of Fame. Miss Ann talked to Jonathan Ellerby one-on-one. Here's part one of their conversation.
All right, welcome back into the program. Excited to have a very special guest join us on this Hall of Fame weekend. And welcome back to Pirate Radio, Ann Holland. Great to see you, and look forward to this conversation so much. How are you doing, Ann?
I'm doing great. It's great to be with you guys, too. I feel like I'm home.
It does. It feels like a great blast from the past right here. Look forward to catching so much to cover, so much to catch up. But just first want to start off by just a congratulations, just a well-deserved honor. And really for you and for Coach Holland to be honored and going into the East Carolina Athletics Hall of Fame. What does that mean for you and this weekend?
It just reminds me of a lot of time that we had in Greenville and working with that program and all the sports Hall of Fames that I went to, and, went around and spoke to all the people that were being in it and inducted in it and all their family members. And it's funny, when they called me, I thought, oh, now I won't have to talk to everybody or whatever. Now I can just sit there. But I look forward to talking with the other inductees. It's a great group, I think. And I think it's such an honor for our family to be included in that.
Well, it's a well-deserved honor. The impact that you and Coach Holland had at East Carolina from 2004 to 2013 still lives on today, with your name being on the athletic complex and just so many things that were in dire straits at East Carolina at the time when the Hollands came. But the Hall of Fame's not anything new for you. It's just new for the East Carolina Hall of Fame. The Holland name has been in the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame so much. So why does this one at East Carolina mean? What does it mean? Does it mean a little bit different?
It does. The North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame was the one in the beginning that Terry and I both looked at each other and went, what? And it's because it is in North Carolina. And most people, when he was at Virginia, thought that he was raised in Virginia. And often we'd go to the beach at North Carolina and they said, what are you doing here? And I would go, and my girls would go, what? I mean, this North Carolina is us. And so this one, to me, is even more so. It's us. I mean, Eastern North Carolina is where we were both raised, and it meant a lot to Terry. That's why he wanted to go back to East Carolina. He felt a real calling to go back and be among the people that were like him. And I feel the same way. It's an honor for him, and I'm excited that I'm around to be able to see it, and because these are our people and this is where we were raised.
Take me back to 2004. I know what it was like being here in Greenville. We had just started Pirate Radio in 2003 and was excited about that. But then John Thompson was the head football coach and replacing Steve Logan, and things didn't go so well. And things were kind of a disaster or a mess around East Carolina athletics and really kind of the university at the time. And the call was made, and there was rumblings that Terry Holland might be interested in being the athletic director here. And that was exciting news here in Greenville. What was it like on your side of the equation, and when y'all first started hearing about the athletic director position being open here, and how was the interest first received, and what was your story and background of how that all went down to you guys officially moving to Greenville back in 2004?
Well, this is one time I'm glad Terry's not here, because I'm going to tell you my side of the story. And he will not look at me funny like, you're not going to do that. And I will tell you, he had said to me at one point, because I thought we were retired, we were going to end up in Virginia and, be there forever. And I'd started doing more photography, and we were really enjoying, our days. And he said, it's funny, East Carolina has come to me and asked me to help them find an athletic director. And I said, oh, well, that's great. Well, you should be able to do that. That would be something interesting. And he met, I guess he told me there was a committee. And so he met with them, and he came back and said, well, we're looking for somebody. I'm going to help them find somebody. You think of anybody that might, whatever. And I said, no. And time went by. Later, I found out he told them no in the beginning. And then he was on the committee to help them find somebody. And finally, they kept saying, "Why are we looking for somebody? I think you can help us. Why don't you come and be the athletic director?" And he came home and said, "I think I'm going to take the job." And I said, "What job?" And he said, "The East Carolina one." I said, "No, that's the one you're helping them find somebody." And he said, "I think I did. I think they think I can help them, and I think I can help them." And I said, "Terry, there's no way you're going to go back Eastern North Carolina." He said, "Yeah, we are. Mom went there. Your mother went there. I felt like it was a calling to go help them because I can repay their scholarships or whatever they had. I can, do something in their name." And I said, "I've been there before. That's why you went to Davidson. And so we're going to go." And he said, "Yep, I think I can help them." And I said, "Okay, that's great." And then I thought, "Are you kidding me?" And then it was like 5 days after that, I was in the car and we were moving. And so obviously he had, I don't know, they had been talking to him for a while and I didn't know it, which is that's the way he moved me to Virginia. He tricked me and said, "This is what's going on and here's what we're going to do." And I did it. So that was another thing, but it was a great surprise. I must admit I was hesitant. I'd been away from Eastern North Carolina. And as you know, and most people who live there know, we're a different breed of cat. We're not like everybody else. And you have to know Eastern North Carolina. And I think we did. And I think that's why he did such a good job.
Were you hesitant more about coming to East Carolina, or were you more hesitant about Terry getting back into the workforce, being into the athletic director grind? What was holding Ann Holland up before she was excited about being back in the athletics game?
I think it was a little bit of both. I really, I felt like he's the type of person that he would go and he would have a plan of what he would like to accomplish for that place. And then when he would accomplish it, he would go do something else because he felt like that's all he could do there. He had done that at Davidson twice and at Virginia twice. And I didn't want him to leave any of those times, but I didn't ever have much of a say-so about that. I bought in before we got married. So I was going to do what he wanted us to do. And I was afraid of Eastern North Carolina, the people really. I'd been away. And then it didn't take me 5 minutes to feel like I was at home and I understood. And I'll never forget Dr. Ballard saying the first time we went, we hadn't moved yet. And the first time we went for him to start working was a football game. And it was the first football game. And Dr. Ballard said, "How many tickets do you need?" And Terry said, "I don't need any tickets." And I looked up at him and thought, "Oh no, here we go with tickets again." Because he was never good about giving me a ticket. He'd give everybody else tickets, but not me. And I thought, here we go. And he said, "No, I don't need one." And so we left and we were going in the car and we were going to the football game that day. And I said, "How do you think you're going to get in?" And he said, "Oh, we'll get in." And I thought, no, this is weird. And I watched him. I'd never seen him do this. It was a football game. He went to every tailgate in that. Do you know how many tailgates there are at a Pirate football game? Probably 5 million. And we went to every single one of them before the game started. And then when we got to the gate, they said, "Hey, Coach Holland, we're glad you're here." And we went right in. We didn't need a ticket. And I thought, oh, that's great. And so then we wandered around and then we stood in an area because he was all about standing. He never did sit down for any game. And we stood for the whole game. And then as we were leaving, I will tell you this, I probably shouldn't, but I said, "Terry, the defensive guys they didn't know how to block. They weren't going from side to side when they're supposed to be doing." And he looked at me and he said, "Oh no, we're in more trouble than I thought if you understand what's going on."
Wow. And Holland saw the problems early on the field. You made some interesting points there, and I'll circle back to some. But you brought up the point, why did Coach Holland, he never sat? I would always, you could see him in a tunnel at Minji's standing there watching basketball. He was always on the sideline. He always wanted to have his perspective of, was that just the coach in him that he couldn't go sit and be still somewhere?
I think it was the coach in him. It was that. And also he's 6'8". I mean, he's very tall, and to sit in a one place for a long time is very difficult for him anyway. I mean, often at home, he would be stretched out in front of the fireplace on the floor instead of in a chair, or, and every fancy chair he sat in, because we went to a lot of fancy places, usually they broke. I mean, so, I think he could see things better and be where he needed to be. I don't think he did it to be seen, because he wasn't like that. But at Virginia, it was funny. You could hear the students in the crowd going, "Where's Waldo? Where's Waldo?" Because he would be in an end zone in a basketball game over in a corner, and then all of a sudden he wouldn't be there, and the students were going, "Where's Coach Holland? Where's Coach Holland?" And then he would appear, and you could hear him going, "There he is!" And they'd say it all together. It was like, and I said, "Terry, you got to quit moving around, because the students are, making cheers about." He said, "What?" He had no idea. And a lot of it was superstition. If they were doing well, he would not move. And if they weren't, he'd move.
You mentioned going around to all the tailgates. I remember him coming to the Pirate Radio tailgate that day too. So he did go to all 5 million tailgates at Dowdy Ficklin that day. And that was one of the things that I think everybody liked about Coach Holland initially, was the approachability, and that he was able to talk to anybody in any lot. It didn't matter what your status was in the Pirate Nation. And I thought that was always really cool about both you and Coach Holland.
Yeah, we were definitely, that was he just enjoyed it. And he was so grateful that people came to the games. He was very grateful to see that. He didn't like the ticket business and all of that. And, always usually had people who would take care of that kind of thing for him. I think if he'd had his way, every athletic game would have been free for everybody. He was very much appreciative that the fans came. And I will tell you this, once he died, I got more letters. My family, my girls and I got more letters from the Pirate Nation than anywhere we've ever been. They did appreciate him, and he knew it. He loved them. He would go every single football game. He spoke to everybody he could at all those tailgates. He really loved the Eastern North Carolina people. So my reservation of all of that in the beginning ended up being something wonderful for him. And, I think he did. When he said to me, "I think I can help them," I think he did. I remember when we first got there, everybody would say things like, "Oh, I didn't get into Carolina, but," and I thought, I cannot believe people say that. And one day I was with them, and this young man came up and said, "I didn't get into Carolina, but," and he put his hands on his shoulders, and he said, "Don't ever say that again. This is the greatest university in the world. You've got to start saying, 'I am so glad I got into this school.'" And it wasn't long that no one said that to him anymore. He wanted people to feel proud that they were at East Carolina University. It's a great school. They do great things for great students. And he really wanted them to be proud. His mother was proud. My mother was unbelievable. She talked about it all the time. She told me stories about her kindergarten teacher, Miss Mamie, whatever her name was. We heard it all our lives, and he really felt that. And it was a great, great ending for him. It really was.
That's a very cool story about that young man there. I want to circle back to 2004. You're at the football game. Terry's recognized that you're pointing out that the Pirate defense is not very good. So kind of a two-part question. Like, at that moment, everybody's going to see potential and everybody's going to see problems. What's like the potential you guys saw in East Carolina, and what was the problems that you saw? I think I know where you're going to go with a few of this, but both of those things had to be going through your head and through his head of, gosh, there's a lot of untapped potential, but boy, there's certainly a lot of problems here right now, and I'll let you go with whichever way you want to start first.
I guess I would. Everything I saw I was hesitant about everything. I wasn't really a problem or not, me personally, because I was a wife, and being an athletic director's wife is probably one of the easiest roles in the world because I was a coach's wife. And I'm telling you, coaches' wives have a really hard time, and it's a hard job. But being an AD's wife, it's almost like, well, it's not my team, it's not my boys, so okay, it's not my husband's fault. Terry felt the opposite. He felt like every coach was his responsibility, and if they didn't win, it was his fault. He took full responsibility for the entire department. He never put blame on anybody else, and I knew that's the way he was. So my first negatives, I guess if you can call them negatives, was that day when he said to me, if you know what's going on, we're in trouble. And I thought, uh-oh, he's going to have to do, football is going to be awful or whatever. And then the next thing I knew, I walked downtown and there was a sign on the side of one of the buildings downtown that said something negative about Terry and, he shouldn't be here or something. I can't remember. And I thought, well, that's athletics. That's the way it is. And I thought, uh-oh, what's going to happen? And then I hear on the radio that he had to ask the coach to leave. And so he did. And I don't know if you remember, but once he was there and he was in charge, he stood as those football players came on the field. He stood right, almost they had to run over him to see him. And he, had his hand out, and some of the guys were very ugly and said really ugly, horrible things that, I've heard a lot in the sports world, but it was really bad. And I just looked at him and I was standing beside him, but it kept inching farther away because those guys were big. And I'm thinking somebody's going to hit him or something because they didn't like it that he had fired their coach. And I understand that. And he understood that. But he was standing there. And then at the end of the game, I was with him. I wouldn't leave him by himself. And I said, you're not going out there because we lost by a lot. He said, yes, I am. I'm going out there and I'm going to shake their hands. And he did with every one of those players. And I don't know what he did in the office afterwards with any of that. But I remember watching saying, he's amazing that he can actually do that and stand there and let them say those things to him. And then later we got letters from a couple of those players, maybe more than that. He got letters saying, what a great job he did and how they were sorry and things like that. And I remember thinking, okay, that's a lesson learned for me too. But some of the things that he did that I worried about him at home because he had to do things that he didn't want to do, but it had to be for the program. That was the only negative I saw was, when you're in a leadership position, you have to take responsibility and you have to be a leader or you shouldn't be there. And he was always a good one, even though he was very shy. As a young boy, he was very shy. And I thought he'll never be able to be a leader. And he was a really good leader. That was probably the only negative. Getting people out of jobs was the worst thing that I felt because I could relate to that because my husband was a coach. And that was, and then having to fire people that you love more than anything, like Ricky Stokes. That was part of his family, his blood, whatever. Those are always the only negatives I've seen. When I came to Greenville, I remember downtown was not real appealing, and I was surprised because it was a university town. But I saw how Don Edwards was trying to clean it up and get things going, and I had my little office down there eventually thinking, and now I look at it and think, yes, that's it. It looks so good now. So I felt like he did make an imprint. They were the negatives. The positives were we could look at it and see I mean, I wanted to have an apartment on top of the building downtown so I could see that little river. And I just think it had everything going for it, everything. And the people we knew were good. They have good hearts. You know, they're good people. They come from good stock. And I could see lots of possibilities.
Ann Holland and Jonathan Ellerby. We will take a break, have more of that conversation when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Back with you after this.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
What's up, Pirate Nation? This your guy, Rajay Harris, and my spot to fuel up for great food in Greenville is Basil's. Looking for lunch today? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at just $11. After work, grab a dinner and drink with friends with delicious rotating chefs features and plenty of ice-cold specials at the bar. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant on Fire Tower in Greenville. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. If you need a gift idea or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today because new arrivals are here from all of your favorite brands like Kendra Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and more. Shop now at Shimmer Boutique online and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is home of the popular Pirate Radio camo hoodie and hat collections. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and ShimmerBoutiqueOnline.com. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. In a world full of uncertainty, there's one team you can count on, the North Carolina Protection Group. Their licensed specialists bring unmatched training, integrity, and over a century of combined experience in personal protection. From executives and celebrities to families and vital assets, they provide world-class security and concierge services anywhere, anytime. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the North Carolina Protection Group now at 919-886-6274. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, part 2 of the chat with Jonathan Ellerby and Ann Holland.
Being a leader can be a lonely spot. And you mentioned Coach Holland, that he kind of was an introvert in a way, but he had a great vision of what he always wanted to accomplish and accomplished a lot at all his stops, especially we can obviously see the imprints around East Carolina. What was it like, Coach Holland, at home? Because you often you hear with leaders and stuff, they have to put so much stuff into their career, and he was in tough spots. I mean, being an AD or a coach or whatever, and a lot of times he may give his best to everybody all day, and then you got the rest. What was Coach Holland like? Peel back the curtain inside the home of Coach Holland, the husband, the father, the grandfather.
You know, he was always so into wherever he was at that moment. It's like when he moved to East Carolina, he didn't bring orange and blue here. When he moved to Davidson, he didn't bring purple and gold or orange and blue. It was Davidson, you know, and then you had to get all the red and black. And then when I got rid of all that, then I had to do it again the next time we went. But, you know, East Carolina. So when he went home, he was home, and he was relaxed, and he was wonderful. He didn't talk about work. I never went to a basketball practice. I never, you know, I went to all the games and all the events because he made me. But I mean, I always said I wish he had been a ballet dancer or in the theater. I would have had a lot more fun going to, you know, musicals and theater than I would have, you know, wrestling matches or whatever. But I did it, and I learned a lot. But he was at home. He's very witty. He loved to read. He would read National Geographic from cover to cover every time it came in. And then he would read books, and he loved to watch movies. He loved to go to plays. He loved musicals. And he was very cerebral, really, but he was also a prankster, and he told jokes, and he was funny. And with the girls, he would be the horse, and both of them would get on him and ride forever and ever around everywhere we were on the floor. And he was great about compartmentalizing everything. You know, he left his work at work. Now, there were many times he would have to go back, or when he was a basketball coach, he had practice sometimes at midnight because somebody else was on his court. I think that's why he went back to Virginia. He wanted to build that arena for them because they didn't have one. And when he came here, he wanted to see, he knew football could be good, but in the back of his heart, he really thought basketball could be really big here. He did think, and I did too. I kept saying they are dying for basketball to be big here. We couldn't quite get it done, but you know, a lot of it had to do with a lot of different things. But he really wanted, we really thought basketball could be the thing here, and football ended up being. He got lucky and got some great coaches, and you know, worked with them. And I mean, it's amazing how great and fun football was for me when I came here. I also learned to love baseball. I loved it. I mean, I never did before I came here. So, you know, the positives for me personally were all positives. And the people that I got to know here, I mean, as you know, they're just good people. So he was good at home. And the girls will say that. He only took about 2 weeks off in the summer, but it was two special times.
And we're still waiting on basketball, so don't feel bad. It didn't have anything to do with the Hollands. It was there's still just this long mystique with basketball. But you did mention football, and that was really the ultimate fix of what needed to happen at East Carolina. When you reflect back now at bringing in Skip Holtz, and then the way he left was just odd, just because of the way college football happened, not because of why Skip didn't want to leave. He just things came open, and then replacing him with Ruffin McNeil. What stands out to you when you think of Skip Holtz and the Ruffin McNeil time during Terry's athletic director job?
Well, Skip Holtz made it fun. He was like, he was a typical coach's son. And Terry always said coaches' sons were, ahead up of everybody else, because there was so much you didn't have to explain to them. Even as players, he would say that. And I don't think when Terry interviewed Skip, I know we went to Charlotte. We were in Charlotte. I think that's where he interviewed him. And Skip had just gotten fired by his dad at South Carolina. And so nationally, he did not have a great name at that point, because if your dad fires you, something's really bad wrong. And Terry said, I'm gonna go interview him. I know Coach Holtz, and I know I've met Skip, and I'm gonna go meet him. And I said, okay, that's great. So they went to whatever. And it wasn't 30 minutes or so. And Terry came out and he said, I'm hiring him. He said, he's the greatest. He's the best. And he said, he's exactly what we need. He knows all the stuff. He's been there. And he didn't get a great thing. I don't think that was received real well at first, but then once Skip got here and everybody got to know him, oh my gosh. They loved him, and he was wonderful. But Terry, I remember Skip saying that Terry was the best athletic director a coach can have, because he understood coaches. And so he would say to him, what do you need? And then Skip would say, I need this, and he would get it. Or he would find a way to get it, or he would figure it out, because, I think that's what you have to have, is somebody who understands a coach and figures out what the school can do. And then you work together to get, now it has to be a coach too that understands the whole program. And there are a few of those, because they only are thinking about what they have to do. And I understand that, I think Terry kept Skip here a couple of years longer than I think maybe Skip turned down jobs that Terry thought that he should stay and help us a little bit longer. But that job that came up and was perfect for him. It was in the area. It was in where he's, I don't know exactly what I've talked to Jennifer. I know her side, my side, but that's too bad that the South Florida thing didn't end up being longer than it was. But he was kind of ready to go, and it was good. And then the hire of Ruffin was, Terry did that on his own, even though I think a lot of people wanted to go in another direction. But he felt really strong about Ruffin, and he was exactly what we needed. He was great here, and it was his school. He played for him. It couldn't have been any better, and he was on his way up. Like every year he won more than he did the year before. So did Skip, which is interesting when you look back at their records the whole time they were here. That was really interesting, but those were great times. And I just remember the two characters themselves. Now, obviously I love the wives, but they were two characters that you're lucky in your life if you ever had a hug from Ruffin McNeil, or, just be around Skip for 10 minutes, and you're a lucky person.
Very, very true. Both one of the best parts of East Carolina athletic. A couple of the guys that are going in the Hall of Fame this weekend. Really three of the players were right there during that era. Which makes, I think, this upcoming weekend so exciting. When you look back now, what do you think you are the most proud of your time here at East Carolina, and what do you think? Would Coach Holland's be the same, or would y'all have different of high points of what would be the things you're most proud of?
I'm not sure what he would say. Well, I do. When I interviewed him for my radio show, I asked him that. I can't remember what he said, but it was all about East Carolina. But what I would say about him is what he tried to do everywhere, but he really did here was he left this place in better shape than when he got here. And that's what he tried to do everywhere. Even when he was in high school, he would say, well, let's just make it better than it was when we got here. He's always said that. You know, we'd be going to the state fair or something, and I'd say, why are we staying so long or something? He'd say, we're going to make that restaurant over there better than it was when we got here. Yeah, that was his thing. And he would say that to the girls, you know, let's just make it better than it was when we came in. I mean, and he did that here. And that's what I would say. What he would say, I think, is that he just loved the people. He really, and they loved him. I mean, it was so obvious, the fan base, because, you know, in athletics, 50%, it's like ministers, 50% like you and 50 don't. Well, this fan base when we were out in the fields or in the basketball or in the volleyball, I mean, the fans really appreciated him, and he was very grateful. And I think that was the highlight, really, in both of us.
And we could talk for hours. I know there's so many stories I'd love to dial into. Maybe we'll get you back and get your perspective after you come back to Greenville on the Hall of Fame weekend and just tell some more behind the scenes stories and stuff. But before we wrap up, how's Ann Holland? Give us an Ann Holland and family update of how you're doing and how your daughters and the grandkids and everybody are doing.
Well, I am much better today than I was 2 weeks ago. I've gotten better. Terry's this February, he will have been gone for 3 years, which to me, it seems like yesterday. But the first 2 years, I really didn't do very well. We had gone together. First time we were together, we went to putt-putt thing, and I was 12 and he was 15. And so I've known him all my life. And then all of a sudden, I don't have him anymore. And I'd had him forever. And I really struggled, but I kept listening to his words and thinking about what he would do. And, you know, I slowly but surely, you know, started going out and doing things a little bit better. And my girls were really good. They, of course, worship their dad, and they both have been grieving in their own way. And I think that's hard for me too, because I'm the mother and I'm grieving, and I think they should feel sorrier for me than whatever. And it doesn't work like that. They're grieving just as much as I am. But they've been really helpful. And my grandchildren, we have 2 boys, Holland and Shark, and then we have a granddaughter, Eliza Gray. And you hear grandmothers say that their lives are their grandchildren. I try not to be around them, because when I am, I want to tell them what to do. And I know I can't do that. It's a whole different world, and they think differently. Their music's different, even though I love it. It's, you know, I go, oh my God, couldn't they say something else other than that? I mean, that kind of thing. But Holland let me teach him 3 years of Latin, and Shark only got 1. Liza Gray, I think I've had 1 week, but that was fun for me. So the grandchildren have been really, really great to me. They're special people, and it's because those 2 girls, I mean, they had great kids, and that's neat. And I think they're passing on a lot of that. My family has been, you know, my rock, as most people can say. And I'm good. I come back to East Carolina every now and then while I'm still, you know, okay to drive. I'm trying to make as many trips back as I can. I spend half my time at Shenandoah Graphics with JR, so that can make anybody happy. And then, you know, I check in with Cliff every now and then. So, you know, and I see Jeff and Ed Glenn. I mean, that family is just special. And Kathy Gavigan, when she lost her husband, it was like Terry all over again. And so I really have had a hard time with that. But I'm doing well, and I'm better than I was yesterday.
Well, Ann, we're excited that you were able to spend some time with us today, and we're so happy that you guys are going to be honored this weekend. I know it's going to be a special time, and to have you back in Greenville, and I know you and your family can soak it in, and there's going to be just a ton of people that want to hug your neck and see your kids and see your family, and just remember, I mean, the fingerprints are all over the place of Ann and Terry Holland all over East Carolina, and we'll be here forever, and just a lot of change that great change that you guys were able to make from 2004 to 2013, and then it's just hard to believe that it's been that long that you guys have departed East Carolina, but we look forward to seeing you this weekend, and wish you all the best, and thank you for spending some time with us today.
Well, thanks, and it's always good to see you, and I can't believe your kids are so old.
I know, it just means we're all getting old, so which is a good thing. So, but we look forward to seeing you this weekend, and we definitely have to have you back on to catch up again. And you're always welcome here at Pirate Radio whenever you come into Greenville. You got to stick your head in here and keep us straight. The Ann Holland show was one of the most. That was like pre-podcast, but you were just doing radio shows with us back then. But that was a very special time here at Pirate Radio. You had a ton of great guests, and just one of the cool things I reflect back on and think about that we accomplished here at Pirate Radio and the show. And you were a great interviewer and able to get a lot of great stories out of good people.
Well, I learned a lot from you guys, and I really loved it. I mean, that was like a little home away from home for me too. And Terry enjoyed them too. I would come home and say, "What questions would you ask so-and-so?" And he would say some off the wall thing, and I would say, "I can't ask that." He said, "Try it." And every now and then I would. He was really funny. He was really witty. He really was. And it's nice to share stories about him, and it's nice that some of you still remember him.
Absolutely. Never forgotten. And thanks for your time, and we'll see you this weekend. God bless.
Okay. I look forward to it.
All right. There is Jonathan Ellerby with Miss Ann Holland here on Pirate Radio Live, wrapping up a Hall of Fame week of programs, and got a Hall of Fame edition of the Bud Light pregame tailgate coming your way 11 to 3 on a Saturday, starting the show with a couple of Hall of Famers, Brian Bailey and David Glenn. And then we'll talk ECU Hall of Famers as well throughout the program. All right, for Shirley Rhodes, Nick the Artiste, J-Bone, I am Clip Brock. Talk to you Monday on Pirate Radio Live and Saturday at 11 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Here it is. Cooler weather is creeping in. Football is in the air. And if
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of